That's
Yes.
Led by JMS. Yes.
I'm not too happy about that
Why not?
because it's going to be on the CW.
Oh,
That's the downside.
Never
But-
mind, man.
Yeah.
He says they're leaving him alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that.
just give him a blank check.
I'm gonna say if it's Babylon 5, it won't be out the CW for long.
Oh, yeah, we're back. We're
Yeah.
back.
Oh, well, done.
There we go. We're back. God damn. Okay, welcome everyone to another episode of Rock's Fault Everyone Does.
Yeah,
This is episode 105. All right, Johnny, go ahead and finish and keep going with the recap.
Okay, need to get back in character.
You're in character.
Previously on the Nostromo, take 2. Our brave adventurers concluded their long-standing business in Wood Accord and took to the skies for their next destination within the Majocracy of Carthal, a flying city of El, where they feared another false Hydra would soon begin to wreak havoc, and where they learned Edwin Smoot's possible rival, archenemy, or maybe just praised follower, Lee Harvey Oswald, was waiting to spring a trap for them. After being permitted to dock their ill-gotten flying ship in the docks of El, the crew took in the many wonders and enchantments of the flying city, perusing the local shops for new powerful items, and keeping a wary eye out for any strange signs that would indicate the false Hydra had taken hold in the city. While they did not hear the telltale bird song they previously encountered in the Hydra's presence, they did see a giant crystalline wizard's tower had materialized in the district known as Maiden's Leap, where it was clearly not intended, as the local authorities blocked off access to it. During the party's investigation of the city, Decadic Thornbrook crossed paths with Millie Nelwyn, one of his former classmates at the school in Wood Accord he'd been studying at. Decadic made arrangements to join Millie for dinner at the Grey Respite with his companions, eager to learn more about the circumstances surrounding his kidnapping that brought him together with his crew long ago, as detailed in the Gullah Ship of Fool's comic, coming soon to a bookstore near you. Our heroes then met with Archmaster Thravis Krieg in High Hall, the governing body of El, and shared what they knew of the false Hydras they'd previously encountered. Thravis had some knowledge of these abominations as well, revealing that such monsters sprung forth from a codex of power being unwritten would spawn 3 evils: hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil. Given their past encounters at Yannisport, where no one could hear the false Hydra, and the mining town in Azum, where no one could speak of the false Hydra, the crew deduced the false Hydra in El must be see no evil. Learning that the crystalline wizard tower was caused by a wizard named Aegis Maloth becoming a marauder, they suspected there may be a connection between the mad wizard and the abominable and unnatural Hydra. Thravis requested the crew locate and destroy the Hydra before it laid waste to the city, with the promise that they would be granted legal ownership of the Nostromo in return. The crew began their investigation by going to an address Aegis had written Thravis of a week ago, a seemingly abandoned residence that Artax Prime led the party into by breaking the door down. Inside, the home seemed to have been uninhabited for a short time, with overripe food left out not yet beginning to rot. However, the house was not, in fact, completely abandoned. A mother and child still dwelled there, but rather something pretending to be a mother and child. The 2 individuals had empty voids within their faces where their mouths and eyes should have been. They spoke in the same repeated disjointed phrases over and over, their movements unnatural and erratic. As our heroes further inspected this nightmarish household, a mirror was found shattered in the washroom, not as though someone had smashed it, rather as if something had burst out of it. While attempting to engage the child in conversation, Smooch saw the reflection in Strom's sword. And instead of the grotesque thing they all beheld, the reflection showed a poor, emaciated boy screaming for help. More troubling, instead of seeing his own visage, Smooch saw a similar doppelganger of himself, with empty, lifeless holes in his face. Fleeing the scene before the authorities arrived in response to the break-in and entering, our heroes must now continue their investigation elsewhere on tonight's game of Dungeons & Dragons, only on Rock's Fall Everyone Dies. Corey, who's our sponsor tonight?
This week's sponsor is Kingsford Cornstarch, the finest and purest cornstarch in America. This pure, wholesome cornstarch makes the finest puddings, custards, cakes, and pie fillings. It is also excellent for thickening and enriching gravies, sauces, derived from fully ripened corn and manufactured in the U.S. of A. This is probably the most pure and fine cornstarch you'll find in America, established in 1848. That is Kingsford's Cornstarch. Over to you, Tony.
Great.
How fresh is it if it's from 1848?
Oh, a long time.
that's a serious. Well, technically back then you didn't have to put expiration dates on stuff, so it's just going to last forever.
Technically be good still, right?
Yep. Kingsford Cornstarch.
You heard that. You heard that. Corey specifically says you should try it and will back up any claims or medical coverage.
Oh my God. Yep, that's exactly. Yep, that's right. That's what I said.
All right. Look,
Right, Cody?
Yep, that's me, Cody.
okay, so we pick up where we left off. Everyone's going to be running from the police as they're coming in.
Thanks, Trey.
This is going to be a skill challenge. You guys have taken off ahead of them, right?
Yep.
But obviously these are magical cops, right? They don't know what they're going into, so I'm going to go around the table, and I want you guys to tell me what you're doing, right? So this will be a skill challenge. Pick 2 skills, right? We're going to go around twice, and then you'll make the roll.
Depending on where we are, is the dust packet I used in the last game still going, or how long has it been?
Yes, it is. So any stealth checks will be with advantage, and I will keep that in mind
For
for what
everybody?
you're doing. Yeah, because it does the group.
Mhm.
So keep in mind that you are invisible, so you have advantage on many of these.
I
I did dust to disappearance. It did the whole.
On everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I open a packet, it goes.
Okay.
So,
Biz.
Matt, we're starting with you, and we're going clockwise. So,
Okay. So one to start with, or are we gonna run?
we're going to go around twice. We're going to go around twice.
So I want to use acrobatics to kind of make sure I don't fall on my face and jump over obstacles as we're running.
Yeah, go ahead. Leaping, bounding, tumbling, moving around people. Because, like, you're invisible, but they can't see you, so you're, like, getting around people. Yeah, go for it.
I'll be using my athletics to
Okay.
run with the best speed I have. I'll slither with all haste and jump over fences and such as necessary.
Yeah, climb up stuff, get around people. Yeah, go for it. Johnny, what are you doing?
I do have my rope trick back.
Mhm.
But these are magical police, right?
Mhm.
So they could potentially detect the space that it creates even if they can't access it.
Yeah.
I would like to see if there's anything nearby magical, any like magical effects from like a shop or somewhere that could maybe mask a rope trick's signature to hide by.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. All right, Neil.
Can we duplicate skill checks?
Sure.
Definitely athletics for speed.
Athletics. You're leaping, you're bounding, sounding good. And you said.
Well, let's do perception to kind of see, like, does that look like an alleyway we can cut down just to confuse them, or does this look like the wrong way to go?
Yeah, just scanning crowds, right?
Yep.
Getting a good idea. Okay. Okay. So, Matt, what do you get?
I got a dirty 20
Dirty 20,
25.
25,
for acrobatics.
22.
22,
14.
14,
29.
29. Okay, well I'm not even gonna have to go around twice. You guys got 2 rounds worth of successes
Right.
before you all finished, right? The 29 was
Out of there.
insult to injury.
Second coppers.
Yeah, you guys are gone.
Oh.
Sadly, Artax is captured.
Hold on.
It's the explanation for him not being there.
But
Artax
you're-
climbed the rope trick.
He was running too quickly. Ran right off the ledge.
he pulled it down.
Yeah, well, he was convinced. All right, I'm running from these people on a B&E. I'm going to kick in the door to another house.
Oh, jeez.
Right? Maybe why you guys got rolled so high. The police just went there.
Yeah, they didn't arrest him. They just put a boot on him and left him there.
I could imagine him there with a magical boot. There's a spell that does that. So yeah, fuck it.
to get stuffed into his armor.
We got a magical boot on him for now before they can figure out how to link
Legally
issues.
He's
Have
gonna
a
move every
golem,
24
a
hours.
golem come over to pick him up. So that's why his character's there. He'll be in jail for like the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Golem backs up to pick him up.
Okay. So yeah, you guys huff it out of there. You guys are, I will say, that area was, yeah, You're near one of the main thoroughfares, right? There's some major roads in and out of town, right? This one obviously is one of the major roads that kind of splits through the residential side. It goes north to south. So as you guys you're in the residential area, right? Probably about halfway back to the docks, near the military docks, though, where that magical galleon is. But you obviously can't see it, but you're like halfway there. So you move south from the city because the school is on the northern side. So what do you wish to do?
Well, that was terrifying. And inexplicable.
Whew. I know I'm a scoundrel, but that was too close for comfort.
I haven't encountered that effect with these false hydras before.
Still don't have any idea what we can even do about it yet.
I wish I had my sword of sharpness so I can take a chunk out of Artax's ass.
What? Speaking of which,
You see a golem in the distance, like low jack, like.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be
You
fine.
hear in the distance, you're going to be in jail for the next 3 days.
Captain, I think he'll be in jail for the next 3 days.
There's that 29 perception.
yeah, you would know that.
I receive all.
Excellent. Maybe Artax can learn some useful information.
Quick, Captain, point in any direction. I'll tell you what it is.
Sure, when he's ready, he'll bust through another wall.
That's a come and go.
Sure enough, yes.
I hope not.
That's an abandoned CVS.
It'll be a whole another issue if he jailbreaks.
I mean, he's done it before, technically. I guess it's a habit now. So, you didn't find anything. Do you see any trace of any objects or anything that might have caused those things to appear there?
Small house. Felt around, only a few rooms. So at least no big open pit like before, or tunnel.
Who owns that house?
That would be good.
You had your eyes closed.
Yeah, I was doing sensey stuff.
Sensing, you got the blank. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, you got me there.
There's one other thing. You didn't have enough time because you guys had to run out of there, but
That's a dirty 20.
30-20. When you were walking on the floorboards, they creaked a
Oh,
lot.
okay. Yeah, I'll say, I'll stick with, I didn't sense anything, but, the floorboards were kind of loose and weird, but other than that, it was fine. I assume that's just how houses are built.
Houses with basements.
What's a basement?
They don't have flooding where he's from. Or they have flooding. Too much of it.
They might have been what is called a basement?
It's like a dungeon, but not necessarily to hold people.
Oh, like a cargo hold of a ship, but for a house. I get it. I had to ask for Takeda because he didn't know. Yeah, that's why I had to make sure.
Asking for a friend?
Yes, sure.
What friend?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say more like one-time enemy, part-time adversary. No, this isn't Scarlet.
Oh.
It really looked like something broke out of the mirror. So they may have been using something outside of tunnels.
Something in the basement, perhaps. Cargo hold, whatever it is.
And Strom, you sensed the same presence or smell as the last false hydra we encountered there?
Yes, as I got closer to the beings, they gave off the same smell that we witnessed in Hannesport.
So maybe instead of the constructs that tailed people in Hannesport, this false hydra summons dark reflections of the people here.
Maybe this one's sight-based
Yes.
instead of hearing-based, like the last one.
It was Toast at that battle, or was it Scarlet?
That was Scarlet.
That was Scarlet.
Charlotte, definitely.
Wait, he would have heard about stories on a ship.
You've heard of there, but you
Right.
you weren't there.
Oh, So that one had. Wait. They do different things? So this one does sight and the other one does sound?
Maybe.
Oh, damn. I don't like that. Does that mean there's one that does touch?
No, the Archmage mentioned it was the
Oh.
3 sins of see no evil, hear no evil, and say no evil.
Well, I'm out. Yeah, I've committed all 3 of those. Yeah.
We've taken down here, this is seeing.
Yes. I see your point, Captain. Yes.
Somewhere in Azunia, presumably. Azun? I don't know.
I don't know. I want it to be Azunia. That's great. The lands of Azunia.
I don't respect them. I'm not giving their country its proper name.
The lands of Canada.
That's too much fantasy.
It's the say no.
So we have to fight an enemy we either can't see or can't look at.
Potentially?
Sounds like a Gorgon.
No, that's not.
No,
how
those are run
work.
wrong.
Anywho.
Those are you can't breathe as they breathe on you and turn you to stone.
That's true.
I'm wondering if that fellow Smoot can't remember who set loose the Hydra in Hemisport. We know he's supposedly waiting to spring a trap on us here in El. If he had any hand in bringing forth this false Hydra as well.
Almost undoubtedly. He appeared to be controlling the last one. He was on top of a tower with a different version, with a smaller one? An off branch of it?
Yes. Is that an offspring of it, or?
If he's going
Don't look at me.
and there are only 3 in total?
Yes, the Codex Aqua was unwritten, which caused 3 Hydras to spring into existence.
Okay. So he might not have actually planned where they would go.
Possibly.
It's
They
like,
are
okay.
creatures from beyond any plane we're familiar with. They could behave in ways too erratic to predict.
Because my thought was it sounded like he might have planted them and then which order he had gone in, but if they all came out and just ended up where they ended up, then, maybe he only knows.
There were eggs. You guys remember?
Oh,
3 eggs.
shit. Oh, crap. Now that you've told me about the eggs. Shit. Well, whatever we do, we should take this one out and save this old city from its hydras and bag the cash and run on home somewhere else or take out the one in Azunia. Captain told me it was Azunia. Did he lie?
It's Azunia. It's another country. You haven't heard of it.
This in Canada. This is an interesting world.
Except we can't leave because the ship.
Well, that's why we're taking care of this one first.
Take care of the Hydra, bag the cash, take the ship, and we head on to the next one.
Everyone roll me a d6 real quick.
Maybe I don't.
Are we just standing outside in the street right now?
Yeah, I assume you guys are like hanging out somewhere, but
Okay, cool. We'll keep it casual. We'll stand like we've got nothing to be afraid of.
Come on.
6,
Okay.
4.
You're not my captain.
Okay,
Oh, wait, you are.
In real life, I am.
so
That explains a lot.
2 things. First, your character, as you guys are talking, you notice a small group of Warforged walking down the street, parallel from you, with a gnome kind of saddled between them, and they're kind of walking, kind of surrounding him as he's going across. They have sigils on. You've been to a Zoom. You've seen them before. And you also notice one of their flying blimps in the distance. It seems to be latched near where the galleon is latched.
Is it House Gearmonger?
It is House Gearmonger.
Great.
Second thing prevalent because Matt rolled. Matt, get that rolling whiff again. This one's different. As the Warforged walk by. It's lingering, like somebody, farted on somebody and then that lingered on them. It's a different smell, but similar.
So similar to the to the false Hydra, but just a little different. Okay.
It's different from the two distinct ones you smelled so far. Just putting that out there. Keep going. And he's walking north towards the back in the direction you guys came from, probably towards maybe the magic school, maybe.
Is the prison off in
garden?
that direction?
The prison is actually near High Hall.
Okay. Which is
Is
east.
the psychic rally cry still up,
That's faded by
or did
now.
that go down?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been over an hour, yeah.
I'll go over to the captain and I'll say, Captain, that group of Warforged, there's similar smell to the false Hydra coming off of them. Maybe it's worth following them.
I agree. And we have a wonderful tracker for that to keep our distance. Smoot?
Oh, it's me! Yes, I am a wonderful tracker, and I'd be glad to direct you any way you want to go.
So they're presumably not within earshot at all at this
So
point.
take point.
No, they're
I'm tracking.
walking off. They're almost halfway down the street.
I'll point out they were House Gearmonger, which, as you may or may not recall,
I don't.
Toast certainly doesn't.
Heard the name, cannot say anything about it.
We had dealings with them when we were in Azun, and one of their members teleported us off to the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Oh.
So there's a good chance Smoot's friend is working with them. But why?
I don't have any friends here.
Well, that's hurtful.
He keeps it professional.
He doesn't have any friends.
Even during chorus, skip is professional.
No eye contact,
This was
please.
strictly a business transaction.
that was the name of his carriage, the business transaction.
Damn it, that's not what I meant. And you know it.
Yeah, well, you were already there, so I suppose you did miss the teleportation there. Did you end up here? Did Red Mage send you there directly? I doubt you recall.
No.
That was
That was after. That was much after. You guys.
Well, we got teleported to the
to the desert, and then you guys got there.
He was gone.
We
that
went off in
game.
one direction.
So he
went in a
disappeared,
different
and we ended
direction.
up running into him again,
You ended up running into him again.
captured in the temple.
in Giracord.
Mm-mm.
No,
he was in the temple.
shit, it
he was
in the
captured in the temple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He
Yeah,
was
you're
gone
right.
that game, and we had to.
Yeah, you found him in the temple, so you
Yeah.
missed all the Gearmonger stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Smoot went to the one among us town where Rutherford's brother was.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where he went.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't feel bad for not remembering that.
Yeah, you were gone, and so we got teleported. I was like, yeah, that's where Smoot is. We found it. We tried on you were caught somewhere, and we coincidentally got teleported there. It was really bad luck, really good luck.
That was luck of some kind.
Yeah, it was luck. Yeah, that's accurate.
Curious, we approached the Gearmongers to begin with to warn them of the tragedy that befallen that mining town before we knew what the creature was, and now the automatons smell of the false Hydra, as you say, strong.
You say everyone went to the mines there. I wonder if Gearmonger was controlling that in control of that village, or at least the main lead family responsible for it.
Yes, they were purposefully bringing the Hydra forth, although why they would do so in a mine they owned seems counterproductive.
And that was the town where they couldn't speak.
Yes.
They couldn't speak of it specifically.
No matter how.
Speak no evil.
Yes.
They could talk, it just they would never seem to stay with the subject.
Yeah, if it was an uncomfortable line of questioning, it was. He's been gone a while.
Yes. Unlike
Well,
Giannis
they went to
Forge,
the
we were
mines.
able to talk to that one shopkeeper who acknowledged what was happening. The mining town, the citizens didn't seem to recognize anything off occurring, even though there were only half a dozen or so left in the whole town.
Mm-hmm.
Should we follow this gearmonger fellow? Should we investigate elsewhere?
Should follow them for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enough of a lead, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Dun,
Go get him, boy.
dun, 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 dun.
How about we split up? Shaggy and Scoob, you follow him.
You see Scoob?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Smoot to cave, and I will check upstairs.
This may be Daphne or Velma.
Yes.
Huh, he goes upstairs with the freak girl. Okay, then wait a second.
And you're the newest member of the party, if anything, you're the scrappy.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
That's pretty damn
That
close.
was, whoa. That's cheap.
So was the animation when they started to get to
I was
Scrappy.
going to say, it's accurate, but, hey, you didn't have to articulate it to his face.
It might be good also to learn more about this Aegis fellow who's gone mad. Find out if he truly was investigating this Hydra and that's what drove him to become a marauder. Or if maybe someone brought that knowledge to him.
So do we want to split up?
No.
Some do.
No,
Aegis.
I
Never
was-
split the party.
That was a terrible idea.
All right, let's follow,
We're gonna go stalking first.
Let's go stalk this dude and then we'll do Aegis.
Everybody walk casually.
Everyone give me a roll that you believe is appropriate to doing there. This could be like persuading your way through the crowd, stealthing. It could be acrobatics. It's whatever your flavor of trying to trail them is. So what do you do? I'm gonna start with Neil.
I'm going to use athletics again
Okay.
because I'm going to go sprint ahead and
Okay.
wait for them to pass, and then sprint ahead again and wait for them to pass.
Okay, so you're basically like running behind alleys and doing other stuff, and then you're just like waiting in there, just
Yeah.
you're
With his
anticipating
eyes
where they're
cut.
going. Go ahead and roll me a athletics check.
I was picturing your full play, just sprinting past them down the street, right past them. Stopping, they pass you, wait a bit. Click, click,
I would imagine it's basically like if they roll a high enough investigation, it's kind of like a Friday the 13th, like, like he doesn't seem to move fast, but he's always there.
Yeah, I leaned against the building.
Because you're out of breath from running.
Exactly.
You know what? That's canon. It's just how, if you're out of breath, it's just how you. It's like Lamont.
We gotta get him to a doctor. Those fish tacos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Street taco's the best.
All right, Cody, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do perception so I can keep an eye on them as we follow them.
Sure. Matt?
I'm going to do acrobatics to, once again, kind of snake my way through the crowd.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Okay. All right, Tom?
I'm going to use my deception to be deceiving anyone who's noticing us. That if we seem out of place to me, so no, we're totally up to normal things.
Yeah, sure. Sure, you're being a face man as you're kind of walking through.
It's totally new for Snake Man to be just strolling the
I'm an
streets here.
ambassador.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, that's right. We have our
Official ambassador business.
Go ahead and what do you do?
I would also like to use acrobatics with my blade song to kind of navigate any crowds that may pass by so we don't get separated if they pull ahead of us.
Yeah, go ahead and burn a charge and you get that bonus. All right, Neil?
26.
Fuck you.
It's a musical clang.
What do you
Up the trolley.
21 total.
Let me down.
I
Okay.
can see them really well.
28.
Jesus God!
26.
Come on, Johnny.
12.
Oh.
It's still a success.
Yay!
I'm just a couple feet behind you guys. Just I get caught up by a family walking in front of me. I have to catch up with you.
I mean, I just needed like
He's doing magic,
eight or
guys. Get out
nine
of his way.
successes.
Oh my god.
24.
Woo! You want us to do this job right or do it
So
well?
as I'm
do it
running
well.
through back alleys, I'm grabbing hats so I don't look so obvious.
Switching from his plate mail to his mariner's armor and back again.
Random cloaks there, blankets.
Yeah,
in the pocket.
exactly.
Throwing on his lord's on top or whatever that mask he has.
Oh yeah,
Put on a fake mustache on top of the mask.
yeah. Because nobody will notice.
Oh no.
Nice.
So overt, it's covert.
I just tie people to railroad tracks. That's all.
There you go.
Yeah. Sure. You guys are easily able to follow them. After you start getting a good look, it's definitely probably not a high up, but definitely an ambassador of Azun, specifically House Gearmonger. The sigils are apparent.
Does he have another one?
He has one, and also all of his warforged have the symbol of House Gearmonger, which is 3 gears connected, one larger, smaller than a very smaller one, kind of underneath. As you're following, they seem to go to 5 different locations. The ambassador walks over to 5 different houses. He knocks on the door. The door briefly opens. And at this point, your perception, right,
Yeah.
is high enough.
21.
You get brief looks, and the people that open the door, their skin is metallic,
Uh-oh.
slightly shiny. But you had your eyes closed the whole time, Celeste.
Yeah.
They told you the
Yeah.
skin was like that. So, and you at one of the doors, you get the brief look of when it looks like somebody walked across across a window that had the drapes closed, but the drapes kind of moved as they did, and you saw one hollow eye on them as they walked by. These are 5 different locations he has specifically stopped by where this same thing appears to have occurred here as well.
And they're just normal houses?
Normal houses. Normal houses.
Make
And-
note of the addresses.
Okay, making note of the addresses. You do notice he passes by the one you guys went from. Oh, Scam Likely is calling me.
Excellent. Sounds important. Have you heard the word of Hasta?
I should answer with that.
Are you listening to Dungeons and Daddies? Is that where you got it from?
No.
Oh, they have a character literally named Scam Likely in that podcast.
Oh, really? No, I got a call from Scam Likely. That's that'd be a good rogue name. What's your name? Scam Likely.
Seem trustworthy.
So, they do pass by the house you came from, but they make a hard right once they see there are a couple different police outside. There's only about 3, right? But they're there, and they seem to be, the door's open. They seem to be like looking
Open's
at.
one way to put it.
Yeah, they seem to be looking at the door. They seem to be checking things out. You don't see like they're escorting like people with like metallic skin outside of the 3 that you see outside, but you do notice they seem to be. There is a local. You recognize them as a member of maybe the clergy or maybe a monk of some kind with the clergy, some kind of healer. He seems to be outside, and he seems to be administering first aid to a heavily withered person. Right? It looks like a man. He has an unkept beard. His hair is in rags. His clothes are very, very dirty. He has a gaunt look in his eyes, and it looks like he hasn't drunken or eaten water in days. And he's just kind of out there on the lawn, and they're just kind of like slowly giving him water and food and talking to him. And it as you kind of pass by, you notice that on the floor by one of the beds as you're kind of walking by has a cellar door. That was flipped. You guys hadn't gotten to that room yet. You start putting together pieces, he might have been down there. They walk by, but they seem to look and make note, and he seems to look to his right, and he holds up what appears to be a mirror, and he kind of turns oddly, and then he puts it away, and then he continues walking. The note with the Warforged.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't call these
He's
guys
being
out.
carried,
So
right?
the guy. Oh,
No, he's just walking. He's surrounded by 5 Warforged.
Oh.
They're surrounding him.
I thought they were carrying him.
So
No.
when he turns to look in the mirror, would it be to see the guy in the reflection of the mirror?
It just seemed to be briefly towards that direction and then back.
Do they seem to actually be conversing with the guy?
The cleric?
The cleric, yeah, conversing with the guy.
It looks like they're
who's
trying to talk to him.
Not metallic, if I'm understanding.
Not metallic at all. It just looks like a very gaunt human. Very pale skin. Dirty.
With actual eyes and a mouth.
Yeah. Appears to be a normal person.
Huh.
The gnome is beginning to continue on. Do you continue to fall?
I'm gonna cast glibness and re-up my tongues,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go talk to the police / that guy who's not metallic.
Okay. All right. You go to the police / that guy. As you do, there are a couple neighbors in the lawn that kind of look in your direction. I want you to roll me a deception or performance check.
Oh, deception.
No, actually both. I want you to roll a performance check and just give off the attitude of, I'm not totally that guy that you just saw go in.
Deception is a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Performance is a 15.
Okay. Well, performance is charisma based.
Mhm.
So
Oh wait, oh yeah, that counts as one too, doesn't it? All right, so also 20.
also 20. Okay. So
Goodness, baby.
Yeah.
as you walk up, specifically because of your glibness,
Oh yeah, I was gonna do it without it.
they don't recognize probably the only Yuan-Ti in the city. Right? They're like, this is totally a different snake, man. I mean, look at the scales. They're always talking about the scales.
Yeah.
We're not going to profile this guy.
I'm not racist. I'm not going to say anything all I have to say.
Yeah,
Clearly, this is a different one.
Like, you got 2 guys in like lawns of carpentry. You're like, I'm not
Another
racist. You're
snake,
not
I'm
racist.
Ambassador Crystal. What? It has to
Totally
be a different
different.
one.
Isn't that right, Dave? Yeah, that's right, Steve. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally different.
Totally different. Totally different.
Wonderful.
He has a different
Hardworking,
slither. Yeah.
contributes to the economy. They're wonderful people. Love to have them as neighbors.
Beat him!
All
Why can't
right.
we all just get along?
So you get that. The deception was to, as you were meeting with the police, they start. We'll pass by the scene really quick, but they're definitely like looking at the description, looking up at you, looking at the description, looking up at you, and you're kind of convinced them.
So I'm an ambassador from Quickside. I am not here to sully my head with breaking and entering.
Right.
Dave, it'd be racist.
If I'm going to commit crime, it's going to be a lot bolder than that.
So as we fast forward past that,
He's gonna commit a crime.
Is that it?
you do find yourself you make it past the first guy who's just there, and you're like, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead, sir. Sorry for like obviously you're a different Yuan-Ti. That's fine.
How dare you?
Armataxis in the distance, beep, beep, like way off, like you can barely see him at the other end of the
Still
street.
hearing it though.
The jail's a long way away.
Mop, mop.
I will say you rolled so well. You get yourself close enough to where there's a priest of. Let's see which god. Let's see. Let me see which god. Roll me a d8.
Odin. Ra. Zeus.
8.
8 would be the last one.
Buddha.
Buddha.
Priest of Jesus, what are you doing?
There is only one Catholic in this world. There's
Oh,
only one.
the tongue.
Yeah, his
Tom.
name is Jesus.
Her name is Molly.
Guys. So, as you're getting close there, the blessing, church attendees, Alexandria Berry. There is a short woman with long braids that's currently looks like they do have a breastplate on, right? And they do have what appears to be a mace on the left side of their hip. Fair-skinned, lean, and does have what appears to be some kind of insignia with 2 lightning bolts on her left shoulder. Just right here.
Knowledge religion?
Yeah, sure.
23.
Wow. She is a captain of the god Batan, the god of.
Long marches.
Because you guys have prayed to this god before and it caused a storm.
Oh, that's
God of
right.
The wind's
storms,
telling us go
midnight,
quicker.
And runaways. She seems to be consoling the man, and she says, Jared, what you're saying is madness. Your wife and son are not there. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but you have to drink this water, but you got to slip it slowly. I don't think you've eaten in days. You were sleeping in your own ship down there. So as you slither up.
Offering your company.
This man, what's happened to him?
Oh,
Don't be racist.
I too am a captain, but of a ship.
sir. She was like, is it a guy or a girl? Guy or a girl? Guy or a girl? So she rolled very high. Sir, I'm just saying to this man, he seems to be dehydrated. If humans, when they don't drink for long periods, start hallucinating, and this man hasn't eaten or drinking for quite some time. He appears to have locked himself in his basement, accidentally in his head. Hallucinations of a wife and a son, which we have no record of. This man apparently has lived alone here for years. We're just trying to help him.
My name's Captain Zorksan Venomton. I also am a protector of the weak, and I try to take care of those who need help.
Do you? A protector of runaways and a captain of a ship?
Yes, I have another follower of your religion on my ship. It's not mine, but I thought your guy was. Your druid, doesn't he, or whatever? Doesn't your alt worship him since you prayed to him and made the storm thing happen before?
Oh, your backup.
I think your backup was just praying to a storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well, whatever.
Yeah,
good enough
that's why
anyway.
it was so
You're going
funny.
with it. Yeah, you roll into it.
One
She
strong
doesn't
god's
know
the same
my
as
crew.
another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all look alike.
I'll keep the deception. That's fine. She's like,
I can only get better than 25 for an
Right,
hour,
right.
so
yeah, no, wonderful. A fellow priest of Batan on a captain's ship. A smart move by some. Excellent. I didn't know the Yom-T were here. Anyway, I'm just helping out this poor man.
I've had many fantastical stories told to me as we've journeyed across the lands and helped the needy. And sometimes they're not as crazy as they'd seem. And even in the craziest of lies or delusions, there's usually very helpful grains of truth. I'd like to hear what he's been telling you.
Well, right now he's very out of his sorts. Perhaps later tonight, if you want, as a captain who hosts a member of our clergy on his ship, you could come to the Sacrament of Batan. We're on the northern side of the gardens in the religious quarter. If you could easily just go there, and we will tonight, say 10 o'clock, the storming hour. And hopefully he'll be more to his sorts then. When he gets there, we might be able to restore some of the fervor and vitality inside him, and he might be able to better explain. You seem like a very trustworthy person. A bringer of runaways.
A reputation I've worked very hard to get.
You have a trustworthy face.
But depending on what happens tonight, I may have prior engagements. Could you at least tell me what he's told you, a bit more of what he's told you so far?
He's claiming to have a wife and child. He's saying that he had to hide from them as his own reflection jumped out of the mirror and tried to eat him. And he locked himself in his own basement, and there was a lot of screaming. It's mostly been madness. There's nothing in there. The man never had a wife and child. There's no records of it. None of his neighbors remember a wife or child. It's madness. But if you would like to speak to him, 10 o'clock, the storming hour, you have full welcome in the Temple of Baton. And if you would like, we would be happy to host you.
I'll consider it, but for now, let's see. How's the man looking? Like, is he unconscious? Is he stammering? Is he?
He's barely there. Like it's somebody that's holding on to consciousness. He has maybe not slept for days. He has not eaten. He has not drank. And he's suddenly in the sunlight drinking water for the first time, and you can tell he's barely holding on to consciousness. He is probably hallucinating at this point. You may be a snake man or the Easter Bunny. You're not sure what he's seeing, but you've seen this. Like, it's some sailors like in the depths of like scurvy, right? They're just not doing well.
The dreaded Easter snake.
I'm still going to try to speak to him anyway.
Go for it.
The Krampus of Easter is a snake.
Find all the hidden eggs or the Krampus. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, that sounds like a holiday for you guys.
They go the other way. The snake is the good guy. It's the rabbit who hides the damn stuff.
Hiding all the tasty eggs.
That the captain swallows whole.
Mr. Quackers.
Friend, can you focus on me?
Delilah, is that you?
Delilah has stepped out for the moment.
Where's Jeremy? Because I heard him calling out from upstairs. His face was wrong. I put my beautiful boy's face is wrong. I shouldn't have gone to the mines.
The mines here?
Aegis is a madman. Shouldn't have went. Scott, you do it.
If I give him a potion, elixir of health,
Oh shit!
how does that go?
That would do it.
Disease afflict. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer that to him.
Okay.
Here, a gift. It will be difficult, but try to drink it.
Roll me. Oh shit! I mean, you're gonna have the persuasion. He's gonna do it. Roll me a medicine check. You're trying to help him drink it so he doesn't like choke on it, right?
Trying to just do my drips.
Chokes to death on a potion of health. Boy, that'd be horrible.
He was healthy, but he died.
And the corpse was immaculate.
If I accidentally kill him and then fix him with my altered destiny spell. Let's see, medicine. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah. You are able to easily help him drink it. It's going to take a little while. I'm going to say it's going to be like 5 or 6 minutes of
Yeah,
him
these
just
guys
trying
should
to
keep
trying to trick
stalking.
him.
Okay, we'll do that. Oh yeah, we will
I would have
help
told you
them.
that when I
So, like-
went on.
Yeah. So well, let's
Right, got
say
it.
why the police definitely aren't going. That one looks like him, and that one looks, and that one, and that one. Over.
Always said, I promise, no, they've never seen any of these people. You're very confused.
So yeah, you
I heard
guys.
there's a doppelganger issue in your city.
Yeah, whoever wants to come with us, yeah, we'll dash off.
Okay, you guys dash off.
The door of the house is open.
But
We
not
should
look like
see
we
if
have.
that
Oh,
toy the
keep
kid
it
had
casual.
is still in there.
Fly casual.
Your
Yeah.
his eyes flicker back to life. As it does, he's where am I? Oh God, it's in the where? I was down there. I'm up here. Praise be to Ritter. How can I help you? Where am I? I'm in my yard.
You're outside your home. Your wife and child are missing. When I shoot like the cleric, I look like just
You
go
shoot
with
the cleric.
it.
You have glibness on. At this point, you can't fail. You're already beating an advanced check. On a 1, you get a difficult, right? So, yeah, you're good. So, yeah, you convey that easily enough.
Wow.
So,
I hear, yeah.
definitely, she's backing like, yeah, totally, your wife and child, who are real people. Not a god of telling the truth, I suppose. Keep going.
It's a god of helping people. The lying
That
isn't.
one's not popular.
Truth telling's unnecessary for that.
Mhm.
If you're feeling better, can you tell me about this thing that jumped out of the mirror?
Oh God. I think it was following me from the mines, maybe, or maybe somewhere else. I was gathering up crystal fragments in the labyrinth, and I saw a reflection of myself in it, and it was wrong. I ran from it for a while until I ran into Archmaster Aegis, who was down there with a few gentlemen, foreigners. They looked to be mercenaries. None of them spoke the tongue as well as you obviously do. A man of dignity and truth, which seems so trusting. He told me to keep running and he'd take care of it. And got home, wife, child were in the living room. They tried to talk to me. I waved them off. It was insane. What was going on was insane. I was running from a reflection of my own self that jumped out of a crystal. I'm in a flying city, and that seems crazy. I
It's
had
not the
crystal-
strangest thing I've ever heard.
I had the crystal in my hand. I was by the mirror. I set it down, as I do. My wife and child were coming in behind me, trying to comfort me, and then our reflections exploded from the mirror. I could see them first. It took a moment. I turned my head to my left. It didn't. And then the face started changing, and they came out of the mirror, and I fought it, and I killed my own reflection. But I saw it eat my boy, my wife. It jumped in them and started wrestling inside their own bodies, jumping in and out of each other. It was, I am not sure what I saw. I hid in the basement. The screaming continued for only a few minutes, and then I heard my wife call out for me. Her voice was hollow. I briefly opened up the cellar door, and it wasn't her. So I shut it, and she wouldn't leave the house. She just kept calling out for my name. My little boy would knock on the cellar door, asking for Daddy to come out and play. What's wrong with the world? I don't want to live in it anymore. I should have just died. Become one of them. Maybe I could be with my wife and child again.
Captain, do you have a mirror on you or anything?
It was weird that he said Captain someone else.
Amir.
A mirror. Something reflective.
There's a chance.
Shiny as that breastplate.
Let's polish up that breastplate.
Captain, are you coming over?
Yeah. Actually, oddly enough, yes, actually, I do. It's a spell component. She opens up a pouch, pulls out a mirror, and there you go. It's a small one, one mostly for,
Yes, thank you. And I'm gonna look at him in the mirror.
He doesn't have a reflection.
None at all.
No reflection.
Close that. Give it back to her.
She takes a little, like, I don't know, thing, it's like fold, so.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
My ship is currently docked out in the harbor. It's the Nostromo. If you remember anything else or need some assistance, go over there. Tell them Captain Zorksen sent you.
Of course. Please.
They'll get in touch with you.
Of course. And for your assistance with this man, I know that potion is quite expensive. Here, come to me. Receive Baton's favor. She puts her hands together. And she starts to bring them apart. The electricity starts shooting between her hands. Little lightning bolts dancing upon her palms.
God, sparkles.
As she starts taking her hands apart, her hands kind of dance a little bit with the electricity. Please come. Receive Baton's favor.
Sure, why not?
You come over, she puts her hands on your face, and not enough to do damage, but definitely like you put your hand on like a piece of metal, and just for a second.
Static shock.
So
Feet are electric fence.
Performance not to flinch. 22.
22. You get stabbed on a regular basis. You're like, all right, I saw this.
Yeah, but how often are the stabs a surprise?
Right. How often not by your own men either.
Yeah, and I get shot by my men.
The ratio might surprise most.
The less ranged weapons in my party, the safer I am.
True.
We can try harder.
You have received a blessing from a priestess of Baton in the city with the chapel. You can re-roll one roll this week.
Okay.
Lasts for a week. You got to do it once. You can re-roll any one roll.
Cool.
Before you know whether you're successful or not.
And what was the gentleman's name again?
The gentleman's name was... Give me a second. It was... Give me a second. He's a member of their...
Second day of the week, so you got plenty of time to use it.
Is it like the calendar week,
dice
or is
set,
it
but
for
they have little ships
is it
inside.
8 or 9 days?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's
So-
pretty cool.
Zoe...
Sweet.
Yeah, Zoena.
Zoena?
An odd name. Zoena. He goes by...
There you go, snuff.
The priest will say, this is Zoe. Zoe Payne. He comes to our church often. They called me because I'm one of his local parishioners.
Excellent. I look forward to hopefully your continued assistance in this matter if I need you. I'll be looking into this.
You have welcome in the church is called the Sacrament of Baton. You know where? Well, I've told you where it is. Good day, sir. Thank you for your assistance. It is recognized.
Witnessed.
And while I'm here, real quick, I figure I can talk to the policeman to let me look around the house a little, / the house owner.
Roll me a persuasion check. You're gonna hit it, but you know.
25.
Yeah, DC was gonna be deadly, but fuck, you can clear that pretty easy right now with glibness on.
Goodness is
He laughed at that as he passed it by. Oh, deadly!
So yeah, easily.
Is the boy's toy there?
Yes.
Okay.
The teddy bear is there. It's not where you left it. It's back inside the house. It's near the mirror, which has been put back together.
Whoa, hold on now. Great.
Didn't you take a piece of the mirror with you?
I'll say it's missing that chunk.
So I don't think I kept it with me because I went. Well, yeah. Okay.
I
I'm
don't
okay with
remember
that.
seeing
It's
it.
missing that one piece, but it's as if somebody had mended the mirror back together.
Oh. Is my reflection in it normal?
Your reflection's in it normal. Now the hallway's a straight shot through the house, so you see the priestess of Baton there, and she seems to be nursing nobody. Nobody wrapped up in some blankets. You see blankets wrapped around something, but he doesn't have a reflection, and she hasn't caught on to that yet.
How big is
Oh
the mirror?
yeah, that's right. You did that movie.
It's fairly it's a decent size. It's about a torso. A small portal.
I take it. I'm taking it with me.
Fucking roll a persuasion check. just stealing something.
I'm an ambassador. Diplomatic immunity.
25?
I was gonna make it a 25, right? Because that's
my
insane.
minimum. So.
That's insane. Like they're like the police are coming into a B&E, right? They let some random dude in, and now he's just taking the dude's shit. He's just walking out like, "Hey, you guys have a good day." As you're walking out with a mirror, which are expensive in this world, right?
Did you come in with that?
Mirrors take a like, yeah.
Dang, you can't stop him.
He's like, it's like, hey, no, it's fine. He's cool. He seems trustworthy.
it's one of those cool
so-
snake people.
So you have officially committed a B&E.
I did not break, and those were separate.
And those are separate. It's not a B&E, but it's separated by time, right? You come
It's a
back,
B.
and then the
Well, I
police
guess it was a
let you
B&E,
in.
but there's no
B,
burglary in the
lollipops,
first one.
B.
Now I've committed the burglary.
Right. It was an E, and now it's just a B.
That's why you steal something. Break in, don't take anything, then just come around when the police are there.
And then they let you in, then you can take it. It's a mission.
And I'll grab a small blanket or something to cover it with as I'm going.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Say no?
You can try.
All right, yeah. You totally, you have a mirror, and you got a blanket, and you're going out.
I'll head off in the direction I assume they went, but at this point they've got quite a lead on me, so who knows?
Sure. Okay, let's take a quick break, and we'll pick up with you guys. We'll have a scene with everyone there. They are going to Lorehold,
Mhm.
right? So be prepared for interactions at Lorehold.
Gotcha.
All right. After these messages, we'll be right back. America. All right, I got music going, slideshows going, and And
Nice.
background music.
That made me happy.
Okay, we're back. We are back.
Objective kill Smooth.
Okay, so let's pick up with the rest of the party as
Duh.
you guys are heading off to Lorehold. You guys are tailing a member of House Gearmonger who is guarded by 5 Warforged as they make way down. He pretty much makes a beeline straight for Lorehold. He will briefly stop in the magic shop. But the 5
with us?
Warforged will stand guard outside while he does and not allow anyone in. Do you guys do anything?
How long did the invisibility last?
Only 5 minutes. It's long
Okay.
over. Or 5 minutes at best. It's technically a 194 plus.
And I don't know who this is. Business Gearmonger guy. Does he have the metal half face? Do we notice, or is he regular now?
He is a regular gnome. He does not have that metal half face.
Okay.
That Trey's character had a vision of. Yeah.
Well, if he's going into a magic shop, I'm thinking you and I just chill outside. You go in, pose as like a customer. Well, one, because you're a magical person, you could actually talk and you wouldn't stick out too much. Like if I walked in like, I would like a magical thing, they'd probably notice me. But if you walked in, you'd be like, I would like a potion or a scroll of time stop. Let me discuss this with you, shopkeep.
Is this the same shop where I commissioned at the scroll maze? Or is that a different?
That was a different one.
Okay.
This is literally the place you just came from.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thinking you wouldn't stick out if you were there just chatting and keeping an eye on things while we chill outside. Wait, like if things go
Except it was
pear-shaped.
just there.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys. This is the same magic shop that's outside of Lorehold.
oh. I'm thinking we can still do that though. We chill outside, wait. You go inside, talk about the stuff you already ordered.
But the Warframe isn't letting anyone in. Not
Oh.
Warframe. Warforged.
Oh, well then say you're a paying customer here to pick up your order. And
I
the,
can see it all let me in.
and the owner can confirm who you are.
I'm not very persuasive.
Just
Oh,
hack
shit.
the Warforged.
And the scroll, even with the extra money, wouldn't be ready until tomorrow, but I can still try.
Or at least talk. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
What if the Warforged went through though?
So, what are you guys doing?
Should we try that?
Yeah, I'll saunter up to the magic shop like I'm just going there to check out what's what and see if I can get in or not.
Yeah, we can just chill outside,
Okay.
keeping an eye on things.
As you begin to get close, one of the Warforged will. The one in the front, so there's two on the side, two more inner on the inside, and one on the other. They're basically making a triangular shape in front of the door and the pathway. The one in the very front will take 3 large steps forward, and put its hand out and be like, "Halt."
Yes? Is something the matter?
The shop is full. Please wait. 12 minutes, 13 seconds.
Are you employed by this shop? I don't recall seeing you here beforehand.
I am not.
Then why are you blocking it off?
Please wait. 12 minutes, 1 second.
I was in earlier commissioning a scroll, and I just wanted to follow. Why do I need to explain myself to you? You're not employed here. You can't just block people off from going into a public business.
11 minutes, 40 seconds.
I say I'll call out to try to if I don't know the shop door's open or closed.
It's closed. It's closed.
No, I'll raise my voice anyway. Pardon me. I wanted to discuss my scroll I commissioned. I'm not being allowed in. What is this out here?
No one seems to be answering the door.
Is he causing a scene?
Yeah,
How does everyone else do?
11 minutes, 20 seconds.
Shoot into the ceiling. That works.
Just have base has look. Maybe we should just kind of pull back. It's not gonna happen. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. I'm thinking, is that okay? Or do you want to keep trying?
Nah, none of the spells I prepared today would really be useful for
All right.
getting past them, so I'll leave loudly proclaim to any passersby, "Well, I never! They're not being allowed into a shop that I was commissioning a scroll for! They don't even work here!
Damn shame! Damn shame that a man can't spend his money here.
I expected better treatment for a wizard here in the flying city of El.
How dare they?
The robot replies back 10 minutes, 55 seconds.
City of Lame.
Just pick him up.
Yeah, he goes back into formation, and they're just kind of sitting there. One of them even has its hand on the doorknob.
Oh wow.
Eventually, another wizard comes by, and they,
Same thing.
yeah, same thing.
Yes, no easy way to get in there to see what's happening.
Damn.
And if they're being this forward, just flaunting their authority, I doubt we could inquire what they were looking at to the shopkeeper.
True. Probably raise a few red flags.
It's best to probably keep our distance still for now.
I agree. We'll wait for the bastard to come out, and then we'll follow him again.
Okay. As you guys wait, eventually, in about 5 more minutes, 5 minutes earlier than what the Warforged said, a small gnomish man will exit. As he does, he seems to be shaking hands with the proprietor, who you had met before, whose name is... Give me a second. The name of the guy is Alex Ansley.
Does the proprietor look pleased to be doing business, or thank you, now please leave me alone?
He seems to be pleased. He seems to be pleased. No, actually, roll me an insight.
I can picture it.
It's a 7.
Seems to be pleased.
Like the mouth says, I'm happy, but the eyes say, I'm scared.
You're right. I would hate for something terrible to happen to my shop. Thank you for insuring me.
Krastak's here?
So eventually, the Warforged briefly talk to the gnome, and then they walk off towards Lorehold. You guys follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, they go into the main entryway of Lorehold. Appears to be Lorehold itself in this main building, which seems to be like a student training area, is single storied with a large domes throughout. So you could definitely tell different parts of this single story building are domes, so they have very high vaulted roofs. In the very, very back, you see a vaulted pitched roof in the back. He goes in to the main entry area and will seems to be meeting with a male half-orc dressed in fine robes. Wears fine silk robes and has a shaved bald head, pronounced jaw, and large eyebrows. He wears rectangular glasses with silver brims. He seems to be wearing a scarf, right? A long scarf, and you've recognized these before in your studies. The longer the scarf and the more decorative, right? The higher rank of the teacher. This one is very heavily decorated. Roll me a Arcana check, I suppose, would be germane to this.
A 22.
22. Definitely high enough. You recognize that this is Assistant Dean Dorn Royale. He is a Grigaldonian that has raised in prominence here and allowed to teach, and is technically a Carthalian citizen. They do meet briefly, and he takes them further on. Let me pull up the map again. Into a large assembly hall filled with kids. Kids, young adults, they seem to be eating at this point. There are floating candles everywhere. There's owls flying in with like little small platters of food, leaving feathers on the food as they fly off. There's like a couple small pots kind of floating around with animated what are those kind of
Ladles.
ladles? Animated ladles seem to be pouring out porridge or whatever out of them. There appears to be a large dais with several other wizards in long shawls that seem to be eating. You have come at late lunch.
Ooh.
So dinner, technically. It's dinner, but not supper yet. There's an upper balcony. The older students seem to be in the upper balcony areas, and the gnome appears to be being escorted forward. The students definitely are taking attention because he's surrounded by Warforged. He seems to be walking up to the large middle dais that's raised up, where there are definitely teachers that are eating at. And they're all at two different tables, but they're all kind of between them. And what you recognize to be the assistant dean is going up to what is obviously the dean and introducing this gnome. What are you guys doing during this time? You're obviously slightly out of place because you're not students here, right? And you have the ambassador things. And you're kind of just standing in the entryway watching this because the double doors that lead in beyond the entryway, there's an open area right that appears to be an indoor gardens, right? You see a botanical area, that's what that dome that you saw. And there's the assemblyway directly ahead of you, doors open, and just it's chaos. Like it's a lunchroom, tons of screaming kids.
Takeda instinctively looks for a table to sit by himself before. Oh, wait, no, we're not doing that.
Come back.
I'll just sit over here. No, wait, I'm an adult now.
Swear he zoned out for a moment. That was a little weird.
His eyes glazed over and he started trembling.
Huh, weird.
Just,
Assholes are weird.
sorry, that's a flashback thing. Interesting that
You have a noble house act like a...
Gearmonger fellow is speaking with such prominent faculty here at the school. It'd be well worth it to find out not only what he wants with him, but also maybe they could tell us more about this Aegis fellow.
I like your thinking, but since this is an academic environment, we might have to have you take the lead, but we support you.
Indeed.
Because if it's not a ship, I don't really understand what's going on.
Or tracking.
That too.
Tap tongues, most of you are dead in the water.
At this point, you actually make it there because they had to wait for 12 minutes. That's about as long as your scene was. So
Found you in the market.
you've eventually caught up to them. You guys are at
Captain!
Carrying a mirror.
and they're just you guys are
But yeah,
standing
don't
in
worry
the
about it.
entry area of Lorehold. If it helps, there's 4 potted plants, one at each corner.
Admire myself.
Right. So yeah, it's a nice entry area, fine stone floors. Off to your right is a gardens area. It seems to be fairly large. And of course the assembly in front of you with your person you're looking for.
Food fight!
No.
What do you do?
Do we see anybody like a secretary or like or prefect or like someone, rather than just going straight up to like the dean to ask for advice, anyone we could like talk to see if we could meet with them after lunch?
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh, my dice are very bipolar tonight. No, that's still a 17.
17. You believe maybe you might be able to talk to one of the other professors. It might be a little difficult since you don't have any history with any of them, but you know someone who does. She's not currently here, but you do have the opportunity to speak with her later tonight.
I was going to say, we still have
And
that
that
dinner.
might be your way in. Right now, you'd be basically just cold calling professors in a hallway.
Even with our ambassador thingies?
Yeah, you still you have weapons in a school and you're walking around with ambassadors.
I got my robe over my sword.
Right.
I don't.
It's not going to look great.
They don't like to see this sword.
It's going to be stranger danger. They'll be like, why do I want to talk to you about this guy who's over there and he's a marauder now? Like you're
Could
basically
we-
like you're going to need somebody to get you in.
We're from the Board of Regents here to discuss your tenure. Yeah, you better talk to us.
Wait a minute, I'm on the board.
This is a fantasy
Not
world where
anymore.
they prevent people with weapons into their school.
Look how far we got in. How dare your security be this lax?
So, yes.
As you shoot a gun or something
In the ceiling.
in the ceiling.
How did that go wrong?
Yeah.
So, yes, we should maybe withdraw for now. Could maybe get us an invite later through a connection I have. But,
Very well.
in the meantime, maybe we pull aside for now and maybe wait. Do we want to continue tailing this gearmonger once he's done here, or do we want to move on elsewhere?
How long have we been tailing him now?
It's only been about 35 minutes.
We at least got a good idea where to
Because he was
find him.
10 minutes behind you, but
Mhm.
that's the only reason he caught up. But it's been 35 in total.
Since we saw him after running from the police.
Well, we know the houses. The other houses.
Since after running from the police, it's been about 40.
We've got much to
45,
discuss
he went to 5
concerning
different
what
houses.
Okay, so 45
Zoe
minutes.
said.
Oh, yeah, we should pull aside so you can fill us in on
Spent a potion on it.
what else we said.
I apologize, Captain.
So, really, Captain, there was someone in the basement the whole time we were there.
Yes. And interestingly enough, Let's leave and go somewhere else first.
Yeah, let's not discuss things in the lunchroom.
What time is it?
It is.
Based on the sun, I'd say noon.
It's,
Still.
When you started running from when we started the scene with the police, it was about 5 o'clock, right? So that's happened. PM. So it's about 6. 9 is when you have you're gonna meet your friend
Right.
at the tavern.
So, where should we go? You want to go to another house?
yes,
And not kick the door open.
Well, Artax is currently indisposed. That should be a fine.
it's possible maybe these other homes, if they have been similarly infested, maybe there's survivors. They're also hiding from their doppelgangers. We could maybe rescue.
Only if they killed their doppelgangers.
It's very troubling, too. Forgot about how they erase the existence of their victims from the minds of others.
Is it because we're not here that we're not affected by it? Is that how that works? That we haven't been exposed to its effects long enough?
Possibly. Well,
Although we only saw the weird... The other versions of them weren't there anymore. It was just the man. They insisted that he had never had any wife or child. And also, the mirror is fixed.
Oh, that's what that is.
I am handsome. At least when I look at my reflection, does it look like me?
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll.
Look around. As you'll notice, you all have reflections.
Does it look correct?
Seems to be fine.
Remember, if this is an ongoing effect, the longer we're in it, the more likely we already do it.
Stare at the mirror until I do something evil.
I wonder if
Zoe got attacked by the mirror. Well, as doppelgangers of his family came out as well. He managed to kill his doppelganger, and he hid in the basement while his wife and child were killed. Interestingly, in this mirror, or the cleric's mirror, he had no reflection of any kind now, though. Not his standard, not a horrifying one.
does that mean his existence has been partially erased? Will everyone eventually forget he exists?
Who knows? You were right on with your theory, though, that Marauder is involved. They were mining some sort of crystal down in a mine in the labyrinth. The doppelgangers attacked there once already. And Aegis was staying behind.
Hi, Kieran.
Told them to flee, and that he would hold them off.
So the Hydra egg they found that probably stopped looking at but a crystal of some kind. Maybe the Hydra is down in the labyrinth somewhere.
How many heads did the
Seems
last
like-
Hydra have?
I believe it had 7 when we fought it, but we also learned that when one Hydra dies, the remaining Hydras become empowered.
Oh.
So perhaps this one may have even more heads.
I don't remember that, and I don't like remembering that now. Damn you.
Yeah, the order you kill them is very important.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
that was the easiest.
this effect of not remembering people, if rather than the auditory birdsong in Hyannisport that gradually affected our minds, if there's something visual here that affects you over time. I don't notice the constant noon daylight. Don't suppose the Hydra could be affecting that somehow, where the longer we look with that light illuminating everything, it might affect our own perception.
This light is artificial, isn't it? Is it actual sunlight or is it an artificial sun?
Go touch it.
Roll me a. I mean, you haven't inquired at all, so throw me an Arcana check. Oh God.
I just know they had old lampposts of these for other things now. But
Yeah. That is a 14.
14. You have the ability to create sunlight, right? You're that type of Azamar.
I'm the variant, so I don't know.
Do you have the daylight spell? It'll tell you.
I feel like Scourge or something.
There's a variant type.
Let me check.
A 14 makes it if you're that type. So
No,
there's a type that like gets the light spell and the daylight spell, and
I don't think so. That doesn't sound like me. But I was looking in another window.
Yeah, you're much more emo.
I have the light spell, but I don't see the daylight one.
variant Azamar. Looking at your features and traits.
I'm going down that list right now too.
Under racials, you have light, lesser restoration, and daylight. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I do.
You are that type.
Okay.
So, yes, this is actual real light.
Oh.
Artificial light, like the light spell, doesn't give off like the heat of daylight. A.e. wouldn't fry a vampire, right?
Mhm.
But this
What?
feels like light, like daylight. Like if you cast a light spell, it's the daylight spell. You know,
Gotcha.
you feel the radiation of the sun.
Well, based on what Decadic said, the fact that they have their windows shut and the curtains blocked, and it's dark inside the houses, and the fact that that is actual real sunlight, light may be a thing.
it must be. Can't think of any way to perceive these things, but there must be some way to pierce through this illusion they're casting to hide themselves.
I imagine it would take like a great dispel magic one. Oh, or we could do it over one of the houses, see what happens.
Yes. Okay. Just for the heck of it, do we want to check out one of the houses and investigate if it's similarly occupied?
Yeah, I mean, if we have time before your dinner, then yeah, let's totally just scope it out.
It's time.
All right.
Okay. Which house do you want to go to? There, I'll roll.
Let's see which one's closest. But
Yeah.
Whichever one's closest. 2.
Yeah. I've already went into the shop.
Okay. Sure. You guys backtrack. It's about another 20 minutes. Noted for your glibness. You have about another, so 30 and 20. So you've about 10 minutes left on that glibness, I believe.
Great.
Because it's an hour, right?
Yes.
Okay. 20 minutes. You guys backtrack. You get to one of the closer ones. Obviously, the closest one was the one you had come from. So it's the next one after that.
Yeah.
Seems to be a small one-story house. It's maybe a 2-bedroom at best. It's a ranch. It's got a green picket fence, right? The fence posts are far apart from each other. There's a mailbox. It says the
Joneses.
Yeah, sure. It says the Joneses.
The last name isn't Joneses.
Joneses, yeah.
Yeah, with a Z.
Joneses.
Joneses.
Magical. That's great.
Seems to be a nice swing outside of the porch. The door is obviously shut. All the curtains are drawn. You think there's a back door. Roll me an it'd be perception check to see if anyone is outside in the surrounding area.
Everybody do that?
Whoever wants to be the champion. So,
Yep.
I already rolled.
I will assist.
Okay, so you get a roll with advantage.
All right. I'll take the first one. That would be 22.
22. There's a couple people outside, but no one's like really staring at you guys, right? It's not like, and by a couple I mean like down the block. There's like one or two people sitting on their porch. It's getting late in the day, so they're probably just enjoying the noonday sun and smoking a pipe, right?
Yeah.
Putting on their evening sunglasses so it's not
Right.
quite as bright.
Right. One of them's shining shoes of the
Oh.
other one, right? Just hanging out.
Should
That's
see if
way
there's
down
a
the street. Just
back
two elderly
entrance
people.
to sneak into rather than busting down the front door.
I agree.
Someone sneakier than me than do that. I will be right back.
You know what? I feel that I am not that sneaky. Almost with a disadvantage, you could say.
I think like all of
The other mailbox was like full of mail. Is this mailbox the same way, or does anything look out of the ordinary there?
This mailbox is very full of mail as well. At the point where they're starting to set packages near the front of the house in the mail.
Okay.
As
Is it
you
about the same amount of mail as the other house had, or?
roll me an investigation check.
Hi.
14.
14. There's about 16 pieces of mail. So there's more. There's more here. You're not sure if that's better or worse. There's one thing very specific about this mail that you notice now, not about the other. A lot of the older, you're guessing they're the older letters because they're like at the bottom of the mailbox, right? They haven't been stacked upon. Have like to the Joneses, to Miss Jones. The later ones have the address here, but it isn't to anybody.
Oh.
No name to the person is written on them. The mail is sent here. And some of the packages in the front, they look like maybe packages somebody ordered, but no names are written on them. The address is here, though.
Well, I'm gonna commit mail fraud, and I'm gonna open up the.
Yeah, you open up the packages. Looks to be some well-preserved macaroni and cheese. I'm just joking.
Good,
I'm
good.
joking. It's what appears to be like pieces of like yarn, right? Like large bundles of yarn inside the package, and some knitting needles.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get somewhere where there's a little bit of cover, where I don't think anyone can see me,
Okay.
and I'll open a dust of disappearance on myself
Okay.
and sneak around back to pick my way in.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me the stealth passes. No one can see you. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check. If you're proficient in thieves' tools, you get the
Proficient, so it's at least 22.
22. Woo! Okay. Yeah. You jimmy the lock.
From the back, and I'm gonna go to the front door. Presumably, there's no one in there. I guess.
Oh, you're gonna walk
Oh no!
through
So
the
actually,
back?
well, yeah, actually, if I'm invisible anyway, yeah, I'll do it from the front.
Oh.
I'm gonna open it from the inside. So
Oh, so you're coming
Alright,
through the back door and
yeah.
you're coming into the
yeah,
house.
that's what I want.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like they're being welcomed into the house. Is my plan here.
Oh, okay. So give me a moment on that one, since you're going into the house. You have to walk through a couple of rooms. You are invisible, which is important. Give me a second. I'm still scrolling up. Still scrolling up. Still scrolling up. Oh my God. Come on. Come on, Tony. So much scrolling. Okay, thank God. All right. Okay. Oh wait, that's that other house we already were at. It's this one. Okay. So you open up the back door. It's actually it's just one giant room. So as you open up the back door, you see opposite of the door that you're about to go open what appears to be a very old woman sitting. She appears to be knitting an already finished scarf. So she's just redoing the same stitch, undoing it, and redoing it again. Over and over again. She has a whitish face. Her eyes are hollow. Her mouth is hollow. You are invisible. She looks up towards you. And she says, "Honey, is that you, son? Thank you for coming home.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Do you have some yarn for nanas?"
I ignore her and go open the front door and beckon them inside.
Where is my cat? There's a dead cat in the corner. You open up the door.
Bring her aside so you can walk in a normal-looking fashion.
The door just opens all by itself. No one's there. Are you still invisible? Or are you uninvisible?
I'm invisible. Fun.
As you open up, as the door, creepily enough, the door opens itself up. You hear, "Have you seen my kitty cat?"
Captain?
You just hear it, and it's for like somebody inside and off to the side.
Captain? Hello, you're
Would
invisible.
you come in naturally?
We can't see you. You are invisible.
We can hear him there.
Yes, we can hear you.
Let us go into this residence we have been invited into.
I agree.
As the term acts
Speak lower
natural.
and slower.
Yes, I do.
Does the term act natural ever crossed your mind?
Acting natural now.
As you begin walking through the door to your immediate left, there is a creepy old. You would call it an old woman, except obviously the face is stark white, the mouth is open but not moving, though words are coming out of it, and the eyes are hollow, and it turns its head almost in a junting motion towards you guys as you're passing by, and she says, "Have you seen my kitty cat?" And it's just gonna keep knitting.
Does the cat have gaps in its eyes?
No, it's dead. It looks like it
Okay.
hasn't been fed in like months. It's been
No
long
good.
in here.
It looks more normal that way.
It does look like it's been dead for a while.
What language
A
is she
while.
speaking?
Roll me a medicine. She's speaking
City.
yeah.
9.
9. You're not sure how long that cat's been dead, but the maggots have turned into flies.
Gross.
Splendid.
And this, I should have mentioned, there are flies all over the place here.
Yeah.
There are quite a few flies.
Oh boy.
So this, as you step through to the left, is her sitting in. It's not the first seat, but it's the second seat, the one with a much larger seat with a stool in front of it, and with a large scarf in front of her that she's knitting and unknitting. To your right, there's a dining room table with a single chair and a bookshelf in front of it, and then there is a stove in the back corner. Obviously, her bed's here. What appears to be a nice rug is under it. The floorboards do creak.
So just about to ask.
There is a large reflective mirror in the back corner that has exploded outwards. All the glass is scattered amongst the floor. And there's a little bit of blood trailing from it,
So,
but it's dried.
Takeki, you were thinking we should dispel this version of them or something else?
Yes. Don't know if it would have an effect on the apparition.
Let's find out. I dispel magic on it.
Okay.
You turn over to her. Roll it. I mean, you still have the bonus to your
A 21.
21. You cast a as powerful as you could cast it at her.
I can cast it.
Nothing. Doesn't waver.
I can cast it strong.
You just it's as if you cast it at the wind. If the spell went through, it hit it. Didn't waver, didn't flicker. That's of its normal skipping every once in a while.
I don't know what I wanted to have happen, but I was hoping something would.
You said the mirror was repaired at the other home.
Yes, somebody fixed it.
I'd like to go over to the mirror shards and first see if I see anything, if she has her reflection in
And I
a
got
piece
a
of
big mirror right here.
I specifically this mirror actually.
You pick it up. You pick up a couple of the shards. You kind of look at it. She does have a reflection, but the reflection is of an old elderly woman who's dead at this point. She is. It looks like she's just sitting there dead in the chair.
Oh.
Just old. Her face is sunken in. It looks like she hasn't eaten or drinking in months. Like decay is starting to. It has been setting in for a while.
Not quite Mrs. Bates yet.
Oh, jeez.
You probably couldn't weekend of Bernie's her right now, right? She used like
Yeah,
a lot of makeup.
Then why are we even here?
But yeah, that's what you see. But obviously, what you really see outside of the reflection is, this old woman asking for yarn and if you've seen her cat.
Can I detect magic to see if there's anything coming off the mirror, or I guess anywhere in this home?
Yeah, you cast detect magic. A couple things come off magical. The stove is slightly magical, right? The rug appears to be magical. And you notice 3 stones sitting at the end of the bed, right? Just appear to be just normal round stones. Have some slight magic. She herself is not magical, though. You don't sense magic from this creature.
Nor from the broken mirror shards?
Nor from the broken mirror shards.
Cast remove curse on the creature.
Cast remove curse on the creature. You cast it, it hits. No effect.
After what you've told us about the other place, I am gonna go ahead, go outside and look for access to the cargo hold of the house.
Okay. You look around. As you look around, it's under the rug.
Oh!
The rug over to one
underneath,
side. There appears to be a car. There appears to be
Our storm
an
cellar
opening
outside.
under. Yeah, the storm cellar wasn't outside, so this is actually just one inside the house, and it seems to have a lift.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought because the other one was outside.
No, the other one was inside. It was also by a bed.
Oh, I thought.
These are inside ones. So like inside old cabins, right?
Yeah.
You would have like you'd walk on the floor, but there'd be like one.
Yeah,
where
but I thought when you described the last one, it was outside.
No, it was inside.
The door was
saw
open to the house.
Oh, I
The door
was-
open and you saw it
oh,
from the
yeah.
inside.
My bad,
And then it was
okay.
like, it was there. We walked right.
So yes, Captain, I have found access to the cargo hold, and I think I will, if anyone else wants to come with me, investigate.
I'll come join you.
Sweet. Are you still invisible?
No, it's probably worn off by now.
Oh, okay.
It's
So we can
only
see
like
you.
5 minutes tops. It's, yeah.
You're visible again.
You
Facing the wrong way, and then you see the cat.
Oh, there you are. Yes. Oh, point of order. Oh, sure.
Yes,
open up the storm cellar. It's dark in here, but obviously you all have access to light. Of
Which,
one way or
you know what?
another.
I will go ahead and cast light on my sword.
Okay. You draw your sword, flares up to light, and you slowly walk down. As you walk down, it's the cellar. It's a large cellar, and it's just full of stuff.
Oh.
It's just full of old paintings of maybe family, hand-drawn picture books, family albums, and history trees, an old mage tome.
I'll hand that to Decaydic.
Like first level spells, maybe some second. It's basically a intro into.
So you want to be a wizard?
It's lore hold. It's basically like a 5th year student into lore hold, right?
I mean, you didn't make it that far in school, right? I don't know.
I'm gonna
Don't
step
pretend I didn't
away.
hear that, Captain.
And there's like a couple of barrels and casks down here, right? Appears to be like preserved water.
I told you it was a cargo hold.
But it nothing of note, right? It's just a nice old. No one's down here. You notice that there appears to be a small window off to the side, so that some light does come in here. The window is like all the way up. It's like one of those small, like one of those. But that's it. It's about the size of this room.
Does it smell funky down here, like rotting or anything?
Not really. Smells like a normal old moldy basement. Obviously, to Strom, you get a whiff of it down here. It's a little bit cleaner than up there, because up there you're smelling the scent of a false hydra, right? From the reflection.
Well, I don't see anything suspicious down here, Captain.
The old lady starts skipping around a little bit. And she's walks over to the stove,
Just a normal cargo hold.
puts her hands in front of a stove that's out.
Oh yeah, I know.
You kind of hear upstairs, like as somebody had stepped, almost like they had skipped.
Oh, so the rest of you are aware. They may, whatever that thing is, may have some sort of life sense or something like that. Despite being invisible, she stared directly into my eyes when I walked in.
Likewise, I couldn't see them in the ethereal realm when I.
Go, I'm sorry, I'll ask it.
No, yeah, just when I cast my astral stuff.
I was gonna say there was a book, like you said there was like a book that was like either a family tree or an album.
Yeah, it's like an old family tree book.
Maybe if anyone else wants to, but I want to flip through it, maybe see if we can recognize anyone, or then at least get like, oh, this could be her son, and we can find him or something.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. 20. I think that's a 22.
22.
23. Sorry.
Okay. Her name is Meredith Jones.
Just like a vampire.
This is a conspiracy.
That's her married. That is her married name. Her maiden name
Smith.
is just my screen just turned it.
Jones.
I think your knee just hit
Oh,
the
damn. Wait,
power.
everyone's last name is Jones.
That's all
No,
right.
this one's her name was
Yeah,
Jones.
it
Then
was
when she
on
got
that
married, it
one
was
back
Jones
up.
is. Jones I.
She got up.
Okay, it's back. It's back.
Right.
I was trying to look at my notes also. My notes disappeared. No.
Maiden name was Meredith
Nintendo.
No! For a split second, the universe turns off and then turns back on again.
Her maiden name is Aegis.
Oh.
This is his sister.
Oh.
Okay.
Was.
An older lady, maybe 70.
Hey everybody. Everyone might be related.
Quite literally, it seems.
Yeah. So I think Decadic's suspicion of what happened to Aegis is definitely a line of questioning we need to pursue. I'm now afraid that maybe he's brought the Hydra here. Or at least gave it
Not intentionally, if he did.
a chance to thrive.
That's.
No, he was just the unlucky soul who found it first.
At least you can tell us where he found it.
Maybe. He's kind of mad now, if you haven't heard.
Madness is just a state of mind. We can get through it.
Which begs the question, did Aegis target his own sister, or is it simply random happenstance? Does he even...
What was the name of the other fellow?
Zoe.
Zoina, but basically Zoe. That's what he went by.
I convinced him it's Zoe.
He was working with Aegis in the mines.
Yes.
No, he wasn't working with Aegis. He was working in the mines, and he ran into Aegis as he was running
Oh, I
away.
thought you were working for him. I misunderstood.
So
He knew him. He said he knew him.
Okay.
I said we never should have listened to. Or did he just say I never should have?
Yeah, he said I never should have listened to Aegis. That one had odd context to it. Of course.
So,
So, the other homes may not be directly related to Aegis, but maybe the individuals have crossed paths with him,
yes.
which makes one wonder if he's seen enough to be targeting people who would know of his dealings,
Either intentionally or unintentionally.
which would
How
possibly
recently did we
include
find
the
out?
Archmaster himself, since they were comrades.
I say, yeah. We talk to your female friend, gives us a connection into the school, talk to the bloke who runs the place, see if he can give us any info on Aegis, then we go after Aegis and find out what he knows, and then after that, kill the Hydra, grab the cash, and fly out of here. Bob's your uncle and Sally's around.
I don't know either of those people.
That's fine, neither do I.
Oh god, it's affecting everyone now. I don't know who they are either.
Did you guys want to, since you have time, investigate the other locations? We don't have to run those scenes. We can just roll the
I mean,
check.
now that we know, like, we need to look for a connection to Aegis as well as signs of Hydra stuff. Yeah, we can do those pretty quickly now.
Yeah, we can do this before the dinner.
Okay.
Like, check the mirror, check the connection, check in who lives there, and like
Check the basement.
check the cargo hold.
Okay.
Before we do leave this place,
Yep.
Since we are fairly certain that, her mirror self is deceased, I think as a act of kindness, we should attempt to take care of the mirror person.
I've actually been wondering if it would even affect them.
Burn, like, what, burn the body or
We
something?
haven't tried. I'd be curious.
I can. Yeah.
Use your sword.
Seems.
Maybe start with the normal sword first, see how resilient these things are.
This is when it goes crazy and attacks the hell out of us.
It's kind of floating in the ether.
Horrible monster.
People they were
horrible mirror
replacing,
creature with
the
their
one
eyes.
fellow was able to defeat his. Theoretically, they can be fought.
They are reflections of oneself, so I can't imagine this old woman
Just
was
an
too
eternity
strong.
of that.
Well, we'll see if
I'm
this
not your
thing
mother. I don't know
pretending to
where
be
your
here
cat
is.
Are they? Yes.
I say we, well,
Take
burning
something
it,
simple first.
see if we
I
can
agree.
cut her up, put her in the fireplace, burn it, and the smoke won't be suspicious.
Maybe just cut her down. You don't need to be so grotesque. Okay.
I'm just making sure we get rid of
Smoot, would you like the honors of smiting this abomination?
Oh, it's his favorite thing to do besides hookers.
Try it without smiting first. Just a regular.
Just a regular smack.
Yes.
You know, the thing you can do. The hookers doesn't kill them right away.
By the way, how long ago did we find out that the guy had gone Marauder? Like a
Very
week ago?
recently.
Like
Very
a week?
recently. Within like the last 4 days.
Oh.
4 or 5 days. It's not even a full week yet.
If we'd gotten our ship repaired a little faster and made it way here, we could have.
Dang you, Harambe.
Yes, damn the dragon. That's the problem.
Speaking of which, we'll cover something before we kill the last Hydra.
What are you talking about?
Or do I not know that yet? I forget.
I don't know if I don't know.
One enemy at a time. Kill the old woman, somebody, please.
All right.
Fine.
Good. I was going to say, please do it.
I remember if you told us that your codex was stolen. We
So you
certainly don't
guys,
wanna
you guys kill her then?
It's Smoot will.
Okay. Yeah, Smoot. It's not going to be hard.
Okay.
How do you want to off the old woman?
You mean the one that's already dead in the reflection?
Yes. I mean, it's the mirror reflection of her, the creepy one. How do you want to do it? Just once with the sword.
Swing, 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 smack.
Oh yeah, so you got the
his holy symbol.
shatters in 100 pieces, turns into dust on the floor, and the dust shimmers and then dissipates. As it shimmers and dissipates, the mirror that was broken fixes itself.
Ooh.
You literally see glass flying into the mirror, and that mirror is whole again. And
Do our reflections still look off?
well, I'm about to get that. So specifically, the
Oh,
order is
sorry.
you smash her. That mirror reforms itself. She falls up as she's falling apart. It reforms itself as she turns into dust. That dust, as it starts to shimmer, will fly into that mirror and through that mirror. The mirror ripples for a minute and then gone.
The mirror's gone?
No, the mirror's still there, but
Oh.
the rippling on the mirrors, and then just solidifies.
Okay.
As you look into the mirror, while it's rippling, since you called it out, make me a perception check, Strum. It is sight based.
18.
Let me look at the placement of the mirror real quick. Give me a second.
And who killed the son and wife in the other house?
Police, maybe?
Well, he didn't have any.
Is the door open or closed
right?
right now, guys?
The front door?
Yeah.
Closed.
Closed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd closed it behind us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because we were trying to be nonchalant.
It's on the far side. It's closed. No, on the far side and closed. No, yeah, it's fine. You don't see an odd version of yourself. You do see now the dead body of the lady in the mirror slumps over and falls to the ground. And then that body turns into ash. Like very fast necrosis begins to happen.
And
And
we only see that in the mirror, not in the room.
only in the mirror, not in the room.
Well, now that we've done that, do a quick investigation of the other houses.
Eventually, the dead body completely dissipates as if it's not even there. And it's just
Police didn't seem to see anything like that. Someone else went there after we did, or
you don't see the dead cat in the mirror.
Wait, what?
Like it has no reflection.
Yeah, like it has no reflection.
Was the cat the whole time?
Anyway, keep going.
Unless the cat killed its mirror version.
Oh, good point.
Or did the mirror version kill the real cat?
no,
No.
because then it would be not that
'Cause
rotting corpse. It'd be
Zoe killed his doppelganger, but he no longer has a reflection.
Oh, okay.
may have
maybe
been wounded and died,
Maybe
or
the cat had a reflection that it killed, and then it might have just starved to death because nobody fed it, and
perhaps sustained too much damage itself in the fight. There's options.
that too.
Do you want to investigate the dead cat?
Sure.
Somebody roll me. If you got medicine, you can roll a medicine. If you don't, you can roll an investigation at a much higher DC.
Get investigating.
I'll assist somebody.
Investigation
D&D out of context. I'll investigate the dead cat.
23. With
Do it.
his.
Yeah, you have advantage, but you already got about as good as you're going to get for it. The cat does seem to have claw marks
26.
on it. The cat has claw marks on it. It appears to have been badly wounded,
Oh.
and the blood that you saw from the mirror, you now look at the dried blood stains, and it looks like the dried blood stains of the cat. Like the cat had been in a bad fight, and then had drug itself over into this corner, and then died in the corner. The blood I mentioned previously outside the shattered mirror.
I think the current hypothesis is correct. It fought its mirror self, it killed the mirror self. It was injured, went to this corner, and then died.
I assume you all know this by now, but we should, just to clarify, be prepared to fight yourself at some point. Feeling that's gonna be.
Greatest fight of my life.
How do we get into the mirror?
Ask Alice.
When she's 10 feet tall?
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
Are there
that's-
any clouds?
Yeah. Yeah, there have been clouds. There's plenty of. It's never like you haven't seen. It's only been like a half a day here, but no strong cloud cover today. But you see clouds in the sky. You think it?
So
could
there are
rain here.
times where the clouds will go in front of the sun,
Yes.
and nothing seems different.
I mean, you haven't noticed anything different yet. I mean, the cloud cover's just been standard cloud. It's still bright out.
The city just floats there, right? It doesn't move around.
It just
right?
stays in one spot, floating above the perfectly like if it dropped to the ground, it would look like it fit in a Lego piece,
Gotcha.
right?
Okay. Dang. Let's go to your dinner.
Well, other houses too.
Oh, other
Yeah,
houses.
we got
That's right.
time
Other
for
houses.
another house. Let's see if we can establish a connection to Aegis there.
So the next house, I'm gonna cast daylight inside.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Any difference?
So, in all the other houses, I'm gonna start listing off the things you're gonna learn in the other houses, right? Roll me generally things you would use to investigate in those houses, right? So you want to do like casting daylight, and that's kind of like perception based, or
Okay.
okay. What about you?
Just general investigate.
Investigation, or
If I was gonna go with blind, like cover my eyes again, like last time, what would that be?
it'd still be investigation. You're
Okay.
still feeling around. You're just more focusing on other
Yeah.
senses.
Yeah.
So investigation, non-sight based, but more like feeling, touch,
Yeah,
smell.
because
okay.
sight has been a
Okay.
what's
So I'll free up somebody else for investigation for sight based.
Yep.
Matt, what are you doing?
Can I do perception as well, but go with the smell again?
Yeah, since you have canine smelling and you know the smell, that's appropriate. What are you doing?
I'm gonna knock off one of those replacements that are presumably in one, and when the mirror is reforming and all shimmering, try to enter it.
Hi.
No.
Okay. Get to you.
Oh boy. God. We're never gonna make that dinner, are we?
So
Well, I
soon
won't.
because
What are you doing?
you'll be captain.
I like to do investigation, specifically looking for anything that would show a connection, whoever might have to Aegis, like paperwork or albums or anything. Like,
Okay, so that general investigation, that's a
Yes.
knowledge-based one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go for that. Everyone go ahead and make rolls. Yours, do you want to do it the first house or the last house?
First house.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, then you have at least hopefully 1 to 2 more tries or something, you know.
This is
Try
gonna be
to
a
follow you or
roll.
something.
This is going to be a rule at the first house.
It works, and then
Uh,
Decade spends out the game trying not to get us not to do it.
What'd you roll?
15.
15, okay.
For general senses, that is a
Daylight,
25.
so there you go. 25?
It's a bad idea.
Okay.
60% of the
12.
books at the tab.
Okay.
I got a 27.
27. Jesus
We
Christ.
were blowing it out of the water!
What you guys learn, the next one appears to be two men that live together, brothers, very well built from their forms, right? A lot of mercenary swords, weaponry. They seem to be former soldiers of Carthal. One of them seemed to be interested in like golem making, right? But just making the golem, not actually enchanting, but like making the bits and welding them.
Hobby, like model
Yeah.
kit making.
You do notice that there is a basement. That's where you find all the
Cargo
gold
hold,
stuff. You do find a manual of
How to make flesh golem.
it's not a flesh golem one. This one is a stone golem.
Oh,
So there's a magical item. It's a manual of stone golem.
I will hand that over to
creation.
Jake. He's a magical guy.
You have the smell there. Also down here, there's a lot of those crystals that they had talked about previously. And you notice from the paperwork, these were the 2 mercenaries that were with Aegis.
Oh.
These are also more recent. The reflections of these guys are still alive, and they're making motions towards you guys. In the mirror, and they seem to be alive. Maybe haven't slept in a couple days. Maybe about a good 4 days worth. But these are the mercenaries that the other guy described as they were passing by who were with Aegis. And you want to break one of them and trump through the mirror as it's shimmering.
Yes, I'm expecting to just hit a mirror.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
I'm going to use the bathroom. And we're going to run a scene. Is anyone going to try to come with him?
Nope.
Nope.
I will.
Strong, my boy.
This is all happening in an instant, so gut reaction. Would you or not? Okay, so you're going.
Yeah.
You're going. You're not.
No.
going,
Yeah, you
you're
jumped
not
in the
going,
tomb
not
last
going.
time. You should be up for this.
I'm being like, Captain, I don't know if you kill the reflection, does it kill the individual? Oh no, you're already swinging your sword.
Okay. I'm going to use
Because I can't see him doing it.
the bathroom. And we'll run that scene. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Eyes.
Okay. We are back. I have my Mountain Dew and my volunteer. Tears.
Ready to do the do, boys?
All right.
Ah,
As you destroy one of them, the mirror, much like all the others that was broken, begins to reform, and you're almost timing it. You know, you're ready for it. It's not catching you by surprise.
Drag the thing over to it and kill it, right? So I can fall back into the mirror, basically.
Well, it's a large mirror. It's a standing mirror. and literally you fall through the rippling mirror.
Wait.
Smoot,
Strom.
Strom,
Yeah.
you fall through as well.
Yes.
All right. Oh, it has your
The worst
picture
trust
from-
fall exercise.
It was like, yeah, I'm just gonna hit the mirror, right? Surely. Okay, no.
Where is it? With those dreams, are you installed
calling
and
me
wake up
Shirley.
in the bed like, ah?
As I actually make it through the mirror, Strom sees that look on my face of, oh wait, shit.
I left the oven on!
You guys come crashing through the mirror. As you come crashing through the mirror, you see everyone else on the other side. As you come through the mirror, the first thing that hits you is the lack of noise. Everything sounds hollow. When you step, you barely hear your steps. It's like you're hearing through water. Everything sounds muffled. You notice that the room is backwards, right? Any writing and lettering is backwards here. It's a mirror. You have stepped into what appears to be a mirror version of this room. The door appears to be shut, much like before. So you are. Let me generate the room.
I don't want to live the rest of
And
my
on this
life
side of
in
the
this
mirror,
small
everybody has a
mirror room.
goatee.
What?
And on this side of the mirror, everybody has a goatee.
Okay.
That must be the good smoot.
So this was a 4-bedroom. So this is a 4-room, single-story house.
To the
There were 2 hallways. I'll say you guys are currently in the living room. The door of the living room, was it shut or open? I'll let you guys choose.
The door to the living room?
Yes.
Open.
If we've been in there, it's
Left it
open.
open.
Okay. And the curtains
Shut
were
the front
drawn
door.
back or closed?
If Strong or
Close because we were trying to be
Smooth
sneaky.
cast daylight
Catch
in
your
the
daylight.
house,
Yep.
We would have
then
closed
yeah,
the
he kept the
mirrors.
curtains closed.
Yeah.
Get the curtains closed.
Stay-
Okay. The daylight spell that was cast on the other side isn't in here, though the room seems a little bit more bright. Actually, no, it would be dark. So it's daylight in the other room as you're looking through the mirror at everyone. It's all happening within the first couple seconds. It's darker in here. But the daylight you feel is shining through that mirror and hitting you. But you can't feel its warmth on this side. And oddly enough, you can't really feel much here. There's a complete and total lack of. You can't feel the wind on your skin.
Does he smell stuff?
I'll get to that as well. You can't feel the wind on your skin. It's as if the air here is stale and old, like it's never moved. Strom, you can smell stuff. It's stronger here. It's palpable. You see, as you turn around, there are 2 men in this room, one of which appears to be badly wounded. He wasn't badly wounded, but it's the one that you destroyed his reflection. It's almost as if he took half that amount of damage. So he's badly wounded. He's similarly cut to the way that you cut the other ones. His brother seems to be tending to his wounds. The door is open. As the door is open, there's a light outside, and you do hear in the distance the sound of thunder and clattering. Not rain, but thunder.
Thunder.
The other man turns around to you, and he says, "Who are you? What are you doing here? I thank you, but obviously we would like to leave this place. I'm Arnon. This is Dornan.
First, I give him a basic health potion.
You give it to him. He gives it to his brother. His brother is able to now talk because his neck was cut. He's like, thank you. You got to be careful. If you hit one of those and it's yours, it hurts you too.
Oh. still, I'm still generally have a look of surprise in my face. I really did not expect to end up in here successfully.
I'd like to see a snake with a look of surprise.
Third?
Square room, there's a couch, couple chairs, fireplace.
Like a mirror.
Everything's on the opposite side. The mirror's here. The mirror's solid.
If we kill one of them, it'll break again and we can go back through.
If that's what you think.
You turn around and it looks like you guys on the other side see the captain looks like he's talking to someone. You can't hear him. Turns around, talks to the mirror. You can't hear him.
There's nothing like me through the mirror, is there?
I was gonna say,
No. It's as if you're standing in another entryway. There's currently not a reflection of you. No, there's not a reflection of you yet.
so on our side of the mirror, is there a
That's
snake person?
yeah, what I was.
Yeah, you can see him. Like I said, you guys can see him.
So he's not like
You can't-
hollow-eyed?
You can't hear him at all.
Okay, is he lagging?
On the other side, no.
On our side, I mean.
On yours, you don't see anyone on. You could look it through the mirror that just reformed.
There's nobody on our side.
You
Yeah,
can
okay,
see
that's what I
what's
wanted.
going on in there, but you
No
can't
doppelganger,
hear
but he
anything.
is in the mirror.
Okay, gotcha. That
It looks like him.
The other one has a doppelganger. The other doppelganger is kind of bouncing around the room. It does turn around and it's staring at the mirror as well.
Oh.
What did you have you been able to leave this room at all? When the doppelganger's moving, are they being forced to move or
No.
anything?
No, they're not. I've left this room a couple times, so I try not to go too far outside. There's more of them out there. Occasionally, they roam the halls, and there's other things out there screaming. It's I stay inside this house. Only thing that happens is something happens to the house that happens here. Like if the door opens, it opens. I haven't been able to open the door, but one of the windows is partially open, so I've been able to slip in and out. But when the door is shut on that side, I can't open it. It's like everything's made of concrete. You can't affect the surfaces here. Like he'll try to grab a chair and physically lift it, and he can't. They're stuck in place. We can move around, free of those reflections. But objects can't move, can't open a door, can't even break a window.
And they can't see the other guys at all, or they can?
Us?
Yeah, can you guys see the other two, especially the one
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
took care of?
This scene I'm describing, they
Okay.
can see it, they just can't hear.
Okay.
I'd like to attempt to cast sending to see if I can communicate with the captain.
Yeah, it only has a 5% chance of failure through another plane of existence. Works. Go ahead and what do you want to say to the captain?
Captain, what should we do? Is there anything on your side that could help us free you from there?
I'm not sure. More doppelgangers roam this world. They say the house is safe. We can't affect objects. No clue how we will return yet.
All right. Seems the captain and Strom are stuck in the mirror.
Man in the mirror. Snake in the mirror. I wanna.
It seems that we can affect the world, the mirror world on their side. If we move, I'll find if there's a stool, like move it to see if.
Yeah, as a stool starts moving on its
I
own.
want to try to stop it.
As we move it.
It's a solid question. Go ahead and give me a strength. Go ahead and give me a strength check, DC 25.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's possible. No, it's not.
It's moving with an obscene amount of strength.
You watch me pushing against it. Just
Bro, you're taking stronger than we thought.
Kicking Ottoman behind their knees.
beat me to death with objects. The easiest thing possible right now.
Must kill Captain.
This is fun.
You said the other doppelganger that was outside there was staring at the mirror?
It's staring at the mirror. It's just standing there. It's on your side. It's on their side.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's staring
that's unsettling.
at the mirror. It's actually stopped talking, too. It's unsettling because it's been asking you if you've seen its brother and what'd you see in the labyrinth today? And oh God, stop. Oh God, stop.
And now it's not saying anything.
Not saying anything, just staring at the mirror. The other one was destroyed and they went through it.
So if we destroy the mirror again,
Please don't.
it might destroy the doppelganger here? Or was that contingent upon whatever the captain did?
I don't know. And I'd rather not risk
Did you?
him being trapped there permanently. Or strong, for that matter.
Yeah.
The captain waving his hand there.
He's cheering us on.
Can I try casting my psychic rally to see if I can
First
get
word.
both of them in on it? If that'll work?
You can try.
I'll fucking try to do a psychic rally and see if I can include them.
You try to include them, but since they're on a different plane of existence, it doesn't go through.
Well,
So you guys are rallied.
yeah.
They are not rallied.
Okay.
Well, you two, strong. I have an idea for how we can possibly get back.
Before
Provided.
we do that, Captain, I'd like to try to pinpoint and see if where the smell is strongest in this room, or the area I can get to.
Okay. It's throughout the room, right? It seems evenly
Okay.
distributed throughout the room.
So it's not coming from any specific place. It's just permeating the whole area.
It's permeating the whole area, but it's like a light mist here. When you were in that room by them, it was strong. It's actually lighter here. And it's more permeating, like a light smell. You feel like if you were near one of them here, it'd be much stronger, or maybe near other things. But you'd have to go out the door and.
Can you get closer to the window or a door? Well, the door's shut.
No, door was left open. You said, didn't you?
To the
back to the outside.
To the
The living
Back to the
room.
outside.
Oh, to the outside is
The
closed.
outside we would have shut behind us.
Can
Okay.
you? But the window they said was open a little bit. They've been able to slip out of.
The window was left partially ajar.
Does the air outside smell any different? Stronger, weaker?
Does it?
If he kind of peeks out and
The air outside. The air outside smells about the same, but it's the entirety of the air outside you're starting to smell. You think generally this realm has that smell, this mirror world has that smell, but things in it would probably have a stronger smell, right?
What does the sun look like?
As you look up into the sky, you do not see a sun so much as what you see is it's really high up there. Roll your perception check. It's going to be a decent one. It's sight based. It's going to be high because it's up there.
5.
Yeah.
A total
You're blind.
You try to look up, and it's really bright. Technically you have advantage. I guess the captain is
Yeah, it helps.
helping.
Close one eye, Strom. That'll help.
Squint.
right.
Use those eyelids you have.
It's really high up there. It's kind of bright to look at. It does look a little different, but you have a bad angle through the window, right? Because you're kind of like sticking your head out through a window. You'd probably have to get higher up and get a better angle to look at it.
As we watch the mirror. Can we change the channel? Is there anything else on?
If only Strom could fly.
Yeah.
Before that, before you go gallivanting outside, well, so you go. Yeah.
You said there were some of those crystals in the basement of this house?
Yep.
Ooh.
Let's maybe take a look at one of those.
Let's go to the cargo hold.
Yes, if we go down and bring a crystal, specifically not looking directly at it.
So you grab those pieces of it's mostly there's a at least roll me a d10.
No, you look very comfortable.
9.
9 pieces of crystal, fist sized.
You're not dead.
How many do you grab?
I'll grab 2, one in each hand.
One in each hand.
Again,
Double
being careful not to look
2 seconds
directly
before.
at them.
Okay. You're not looking directly at the captain or anybody? Oh, not looking at directly
At the crystals, because I heard that apparently he was looking at the
Yeah.
crystal and his reflection came out.
2 fist-sized, shimmering crystals. You notice those crystals have a very similar shimmer as the daylight was on those other the figures, like when the boy was out in the sun.
Decadic? I'm gonna yell down to him. Are you okay down there?
Yes, coming up with those crystals. Maybe these can somehow return the Captain Strom somehow and
I don't know. The captain
come
looks
back up
happy.
to them. And as I do they see like crystals like floating into their room or?
How far does the effect? Like, if it's not in range of the mirror, does it
so
not exist in
The
our room?
crystals are not floating in your realm when you walk with them. When you walk up and you see the mirror, you're not holding crystals in your hand.
You're just like,
All right.
snake
Well, advise, don't look directly at these crystals with the last Hydra with the eggshells there. There's something about giving it your attention, seem to give it strength.
Oh.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
I would like to ritual identify these crystals, see if I can find out more about exactly what they are, what they're made of.
I'm not focusing on the.
Somehow.
Hold them behind your back.
Is there a lead-lined wall I can stand behind? I'm trying to.
Faraday cage. Go get one.
As you cast identify on the crystals, as you cast identify on the crystals in your hand, you get nothing, as if they're not even there. Normally you touch something and it tells you, like if you touch a door, this is a door, and it gives you like a brief history.
Made
of
of
the door.
oak with a brass knob.
Yes,
history
like,
of the
identify does
door.
that, right? It gives you like basic.
One of the
information
hinges
about
is nickel. It was replaced at some point.
right.
Okay, Sherlock.
You're holding this crystal. You're looking at this crystal. You feel this crystal. Maybe not so much looking at it, but
Right, yeah.
nothing. This, according to identify, this crystal does not exist, and it's not in your hand, even though it is in your hand, and you can partially like see it out of your peripheral, right? Try not to look at it.
I almost wonder if we were to touch this to the mirror, would anything happen? Because grasping at straws, we're not dealing with magic, we're dealing with something extraplanar that.
What if we show the crystals to the image on our side?
Oh, to the eyeless one there? He's still just standing there?
Has it been intently focused on the mirror still the whole time?
He's still standing, staring at the mirror, staring at. Maybe he's staring at you. Maybe he's staring at the guy beside you, who at this point is begging for like a ration or something to eat.
The dude on his side.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten in 4 days.
Dude, give him some food.
You got any mac and cheese?
We ordered I'll take a Slim Jim.
So
He's desperate enough to have.
they'll beg for water or rations. They're starving.
Yeah.
That's just to color that scene.
Okay.
Anyway, keep going.
I'll walk up to the eyeless doppelganger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just hold the crystal in front of it and address it, saying, "How do we use these to bring our friends back?"
I haven't seen anything in the labyrinth today. Oh God, stop! You're hurting me. When's breakfast gonna be? Aegis is asking about you again.
Speaking of crystal. Ooh, wait. Wait.
Used to be an adventurer like you. Just took an arrow to the maid.
You bastard! No, that's
It
it.
sounds like we're walking through town in Skyrim. That's what the random person is saying.
Is there a dead body in this house that we found?
No dead body.
Okay.
No, the 2 guys lived here. Both of them are living on the other side of the mirror.
Okay.
I doubt anything will happen, but I want to cast a 2nd level Mind Spike just to see if this thing even has a mind.
Cast down the crystal. Nothing.
On the crystal or on the doppelganger, dude?
On the doppelganger,
Yeah.
you're casting it?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh God!
Roll for
I needed a moment. I'm not ready for this.
Let me
Jeez,
take
Captain's
the
still waving at us like he's really happy. Now he's partying.
Strong, we may have to go to another house and cause them to make a mirror be reformed in the same way.
That would
Nothing.
be hilarious.
As you cast it upon him, it rolls over him. You're convinced this thing does not have a mind of its own. Like it's immune to psychic damage.
I say you push it.
Does it hurt the other guy at all?
Oh,
or
God.
not?
No,
Okay.
it's immune to psychic damage. So
I'd say
Okay.
touch the crystal in the mirror, see what happens.
Yeah, alright, I'll take a crystal and just touch the mirror. Does it do anything?
as you touch it to the mirror begins to shimmer, and the crystal looks like it gets absorbed into the mirror. The mirror begins to shimmer. Okay, the mirror is shimmering currently. Let me know what you do.
I wanna
when
yell.
come along.
Motion at the captain.
I want to yell, Captain, come through! Get everyone and come through!
Gonna grab whoever's there and try to like run.
Even though, okay.
Can
I'll
we
still-
see
I'll
it
still do it.
shimmering? Does it look any
Yeah.
different to us?
It's shimmering on your side.
All right, recognize that shimmer. I'm taking the chance. Like run.
Everybody goes to the mirror. The mirror was open for 4 rounds. And then it stopped shimmering. You now
24
only have
seconds?
8 of those crystals.
How's the doppelganger reacting?
As soon as he comes through the mirror, it's combat.
Oh!
Everyone roll initiative.
Roll for initiative!
You are in a square room. It is going to attack its reflection.
Oh, sweet mother of cheese.
Okay. So 25 to 20.
Draw your race marker, please. 23.
23. You are first. 20 to 15. Okay. Put Mirror Man is on a 19. Okay.
14.
14. Okay.
10.
10.
15.
So 15, 14, 10,
9.
9. Okay.
It's 13.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, 13.
13. Sorry. 14, 13, 10, 9.
23.
23. Okay. As it comes through, immediately it's combat. What do you do?
I'm going to attack it with my Scimitar of Speed. The first one is going to be 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
All right. And the second one is going to be 14 to hit.
14 will not hit.
Okay, so the one that does hit will do 8 points of damage. 8 points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. Okay, yeah. Slashing goes through. The Izmir body begins to crack a little bit. Okay, and the other guy takes 4.
Oh. Other guy.
The OG.
I banish the mirror man.
Yeah, he is the OG too.
Oh.
Cash banishment. Nice. It's a charisma saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay. Charisma.
If this thing has any charisma.
Let me look at this.
Whatever you do to the doppelganger, this man will be hurt also.
I cast explosions.
So if you banish the mirror
You
man,
half banish the other guy.
which half?
Bottom half.
Tony Rose percentile.
Well, no, he has advantage against magic, but yeah, fucking okay. It's either those are both very low. He, as you hit him with banishment, he turns into a million pieces of mirror, flies towards the mirror that you just came from. It ripples for at least 5 rounds, but he is on the other side of it, and he's just deadpan staring again on the other side of the mirror at you all.
Are we still in initiative?
Not unless, well, the mirror's rippling. Do you guys want to rush through the mirror and attack him?
No.
Come on, everybody.
Let's go back.
If
Only
not,
got 8 crystals.
yeah, he is on the other side of the mirror.
I would, unless anyone else wants to do something, I would like to sell Smoops to smite the mirror.
You could probably just break it.
Yeah. Once
I feel
it's not
it's-
shimmering.
I feel a smite would just purge it of extra evil, but I mean, if it's just gonna take a shatter, I'll break it. But
Well, I haven't detected any evil from any of these.
Well, no, it would have.
Okay.
It has the same. Yeah, it has the same. As the other guy. Yeah, no
Okay.
evil off this guy as well, or the old lady.
I would like to smash the mirror when it stops doing its shimmery thingy.
After 5 rounds, you run up to the mirror and you break it. Mirrors breaks, and as it breaks, it just crumples to the ground. Instead of like coming out, it's just now broken
And it-
pieces of it.
It never attempted to come back out again.
Did not attempt it. It only seemed to react when he and it were in the same room.
Oh.
Hmm.
As the mirror shatters and I put away my sword, it's worth the 7 years of bad luck.
Ugh, if you've had good luck so far, what's bad luck going to look like for you?
You know what? I don't know. That's an excellent
I've
question.
never seen that.
Because it hasn't been good so far.
Sometime within the next 7 years of you playing your character, I'm going to make you re-roll one.
7 real-time years.
That's right. This is going to carry over to the next couple campaigns. In a critical moment, like, remember when you broke that mirror 3 years ago?
Tony, my God, I don't remember.
So, I think each of us should have at least one of those crystals on us.
Very good idea.
Don't know if it can be used from the other side, but I would assume most likely, just in case we do get yanked over into the mirror world by something.
We probably should wrap them up or something so we don't
Mhm.
actually touch it, right?
Touching is fine, but
Don't look
don't
at
look at
But
it.
yeah, so
Wrap it
wrap
in
it
like a cloth handkerchief, because supposedly one of these came out of a crystal that Zoe had. So who knows if it could possibly spring a doppelganger on us.
The other 2 guys are going to say, thank you. Yes, you can have the crystals. We don't want them anymore. We only came back here to grab them when one of the mirror men, when Aegis's mirror reflection grabbed him and pulled him through the mirror. And then it came out, and it was a wizard like Aegis, and it was attacking us. Damn thing was going crazy. We
In fact, Aegis came out of the mirror.
The Marauder is
The
one
mirror.
of these?
Marauder. Aegis isn't a marauder. No, he got sucked into the mirror realm, and then his mirror reflection self came out and started attacking us with all of his spells. So we ran because we were going to try to get Aegis out of that mirror. He was inside his home when it happened. It was after we rescued that poor fella down in the labyrinth. After we've been investigating it for months, apparently the damn thing killed Aegis's sister. We've been trying to find a way to get her out, and Aegis found that there's some crystals that have been growing in the labyrinth.
So the Marauder is the mirror version of Aegis.
With voids in its eyes and
Right, yeah, with the voids in its eyes, big open mouth, that's black and it talks. It's just weird. Yeah, it's got the
Is Aegis's home his tower?
It uprooted itself and moved to its place in the park
So
So that's where we should go.
tomorrow.
yes.
Oh, his stone towers uprooted itself.
Yes.
You missed quite a lot in your
The
stay.
description you got was in a stone tower. It was a rough.
That was a crystal
Oh,
tower
yeah.
or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Almost like the inverse version of a stone tower.
So then maybe we should go to the real tower, not Crystal? Or go.
Or has the real tower been sucked through?
Oh, yeah. Good.
I
Go.
mean, if we could find it in the mirror world and find
So if we could
actual
go
Aegis.
through, we could find the real tower, talk to Aegis.
And then go through the mirror in his tower to the crystal one, fight his crystal self, bring him through, fight the crystal self.
But whatever you want to do, we're done. And him and his brother just are like,
Yeah.
we're done.
I suggest you
We're
get
gonna-
out of town.
So just one of you stay very far away from reflections.
We're gonna stay here because we have food here.
Oh yeah, you have macaroni over there.
Whatever.
Something called
A
macaroni.
little overripe.
It's in a box.
We were cooking that.
So this
Oh.
mirror Aegis, how did it first escape?
We had just fought off one of the mirror people and it disappeared, chasing after a reflection of itself back into a mirror. Some poor fella didn't really catch his name. Down the labyrinth. We were continuing to travel the labyrinth, right? Because we had heard rumors that there were things down there. Looking for more of these crystals, because Aegis thought if he gathered up enough of them, he might be able to stop this this creature. He hadn't had a name for it yet, but he thinks that these crystals that started growing shortly after he thinks it might have arrived down the labyrinth might be a key, and he was looking in the labyrinth because maybe it was down there somewhere. He was going to cast a giant ritual on his tower so that he could stop the thing. We brought all the stuff back to his tower, and he was starting to cast a spell. And he says that we'd be able to more directly fight it after he cast the spell. And after he cast the spell, a mirror version of himself appeared through the crystals and pulled him through, and then came out itself. And that's where we ran, out of the stone tower. And came back here because we figured if we had the crystals, we could go into the mirror realm and save Aegis. We didn't know that we couldn't open up any fucking doors, though.
Oh.
So we tried to we got into the mirror realm and we noticed our reflections were behind us in the room, and then we got stuck in there. The door was cracked open, so we could kind of get our heads out a little bit, but we're big guys, so we couldn't really get out too much. Right, I get half my torso out there, but couldn't get my backside out.
So, okay.
So we can use these crystals to go both ways.
But they're expended as they're used.
Yeah.
Did anything from outside that you said more of those doppelgangers or other things were out there? Did anything ever see you and try to get to you?
A couple times. Couldn't get through the closed window though.
Okay, it's not just yours, but any attacked you.
Yeah, we saw a couple. They came around. The reflections of people from around town, and they tried to get in, but they couldn't because can't open the doors, can't break the windows. Doesn't seem like they can either. They're stuck wherever the reflection is.
Yes,
But it's not everyone though. Just a couple people. You see them every once in a while.
Yes, we've noticed our own distorted reflections occasionally, and windows and such. Did I just mention anything to you about how these things get out, or if there's any way to detect them if they're about to strike at you?
That's wizard work. Aegis just brought us along in case he said he needed some muscle. It was him, and he had a golem with him.
Stone golem?
Right, yeah. Stone golem. How'd you know?
We found a book. Stone golem book.
Oh,
Which means it might be a crystalline golem also.
That's what I was afraid of. And I wonder,
that's scary. Stone golems are no joke. You don't fight them, you run from them. Tough as nails.
So, if this stone tower, the actual stone tower, if it's not in the same location this crystalline tower's in, could we locate it by using a mirror to see if we can see its reverse reflection?
I suppose you'd be able to, yeah. I mean, I figure it'd be wherever the crystal tower is, right? Because if you're saying there's a crystal tower out there, it has to be in the same location. I mean, these things, objects occupy the same space. We don't have to.
Interesting.
We may have to go in with some people in the mirror and some not
Can
in order to manipulate objects so that
based
people on the
on
inside can continue.
Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we take a mirror with us. We put the mirror, like, so then we don't have to go inside the tower first. We take a mirror. Someone goes, like, maybe 2 or 3 people go in through the mirror. Some other people stay on the real side. Open the door to the tower so that you guys on the other side, mirror side, can go in at the same time. We just don't have a way to communicate, though, do we? Unless we
Well,
have interplanar communication.
Yeah, I wasn't able to psychic rally to them on the other plane. I wonder if we did it beforehand, if it would carry over or if that would be canceled out.
I'm afraid of
Does your
trying.
spell say it can transfer across other dimensions?
Let me look at the verbiage.
Because if we could communicate like that, that'd be
Sending
super helpful.
specifically calls out that it can. That's why sending can go through other planes.
Do you have sending, Captain? That's a spell.
Looking at the combination.
Useless. Get out of this group.
Communication is possible over any distance, though it can't extend to other planes of existence.
Damn it!
So,
Yeah.
presumably that would then just go dead
But-
if we tried doing that.
You have a sending stone.
Oh.
That Jace has the other one too, normally.
Oh.
Oh, that's the one we keep forgetting about.
You keep forgetting about.
Yes, we keep forgetting about.
Yes, like he said.
I remind you after you cast sending every
Sending
time.
stone would work. It would have a 5% failure chance, but that's out of 100.
Then I'd say maybe we do that. Get the sending stones, then he can coordinate. Like, let's say it's you, Captain, that goes through. You can at least tell us to leave doors open so that you can still transgress through the mirror realm.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. Keep
And
talking.
we
about.
can transgress
going
through the real realm. Or whoever goes on whatever side. Find the real Aegis in the tower. Take the mirror, open it up. And then we fight the mirror version of him, which I don't think is going to be fun or easy, and hopefully don't run into the golem.
Well,
Or find the stone golem and bring it.
fighting the mirror Aegis would also harm the real Aegis.
Shit, that's right.
Theoretically, not enough to kill him. Theoretically.
I also wonder. Should have followed that mirror, that doppelganger back into the mirror. I'm curious if the damage done to the doppelganger inside the mirror
Stays
continues to
inside.
the one
Ooh.
outside also.
Where'd you go? Cut your doppelganger. Tell us if it hurts you.
So we have the crystals are single use and they last for so long. We use them and then for a set time it ripples. So
Yep.
any number of us could get in that brief window, maybe more than others.
So then, if we were to divide like that, does that sound like a feasible plan?
It does.
Take a mirror and see if we can open the doors for one side.
We can also take a mirror and see if we can see We already said that. Never mind.
Yeah.
So,
One thing we don't know yet is
What do you
the
want,
crystalline tower. If we can manipulate it in this realm, because if we can open the door to the crystalline tower and get up to where whoever Aegis is, get there, we would only need to at that moment go into the other mirror or go into the mirror.
well, I'm saying,
That's
like,
true. I wonder.
I'm still
We
thinking
wouldn't
though,
need to travel there on both sides of the mirror. We would just need to travel there in this plane.
yeah, but I'm just saying we do that so we can at least find the real Aegis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wonder if that.
Because I'm afraid of, regardless of where the mirror person is, I'm afraid if we fight him and Aegis is still inside the mirror, it'll still hurt him anyway.
Oh, it definitely will.
So I'd rather we fight the mirror version with Aegis closer and accessible, just in case, so we can like heal him or something.
Also, I wonder if the same rules in the mirror world apply out here, where only the physical space can be manipulated. If
Yeah.
we can even manipulate the crystal tower or not, if we have to go to the stone one.
Shit! I didn't, because the stone one's the real
Because even though it's
one.
in our plane now, it's still a mirror version, so we might need to travel anyways, just to possibly. We
So
can try. We can see if maybe we can
real side
knock down
door
the
might
door
not
and open
open,
it, but
mirror door would. Oh, okay.
so might have to.
Dang.
Yeah, this is trippy as balls. And I'm glad we're not trying to do it tonight because I'm so tired I can't think straight.
I was gonna say yeah.
I'm not here next week.
Oh God. We'll find some other subplots to get wrapped up in until you get back.
Quick, let's go to a bunch of stores and pick up a side plot. There has to be at least 2.
We have dinner to make still. Ah!
Let's make that last all night.
And also
That
do
part.
things like go down somewhere into the labyrinth potentially, or do.
That's the thing
But
too.
then that might be where the false Hydra itself is.
Hey, girl.
I'm also curious if I could banish myself out of the. I should be able to banish myself out of the mirror world if it comes to that.
What if
Granted, who knows where I'll end up back. So it's
Right.
not a optimal strategy.
I'm also afraid that like we go in the mirror. Does anything come out after you? Did that happen?
No.
Okay.
You,
Yeah,
you may
I
have
think
noticed
so.
the distinct lack of the
Well, I
snaky
don't
meat
know.
on the
I
inside.
didn't roll the notice.
Yes, I'm wondering
I'm not
What'd you
gonna-
roll?
if the Hydra is down in the labyrinth.
Don't worry about it.
These mirror beings, they seem to be erratic, but are they acting under the influence of the Hydra, trying to do something, or are these beings just acting chaotically? Does seem a little too coincidental that a powerful wizard would have his own doppelganger suddenly switch places with him.
Sif, why do you
What
put
was-
Freya's tag on you?
What was Aegis the master of?
Time and space.
Aegis. You guys never asked.
I assume the guys right here would know.
Oh shit.
Hello,
Well, let me see.
are these dwarves?
There's possible they might not know, but there's a low chance. Let me see.
Chris.
I'll give them 30 and below. They don't know. 68.
Wizardry.
Aegis. Aegis practices dunamancy.
Duna.
Oh,
Isn't that like time magic?
yes.
Dunamancy, specifically gravity magic.
It's like Chronos time.
Chronomancy is time. At least that's what they tell me. I myself am not a wizard.
Oh.
But I do do a lot of work for them, and I'm a hobbyist. I make golems,
Interesting.
and I sell them.
What and
It's an
your,
expensive
what does your
hobby.
brother do?
It's just a mercenary.
Mercenary.
Used to work for the police out here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Are you currently looking for employment?
Not if you're looking into this thing. That was creepy and a long 4 days.
Your home is, still standing, so you don't have,
Almost nothing has changed except you don't have a reflection.
but if, you want to leave the city, we do have a ship and we do have some crew members.
No, there's plenty of work in the city. The labyrinth keeps us busy.
when
I'm a little hurt.
when the doppelganger attacked you, Were you putting a crystal up to the mirror, or did it
It had
just jump out on its own? What was
Kind of all
happening?
happened at the same time.
Mhm.
We didn't know not to look in the crystals. And if you look directly in the crystals for too long, your reflection starts to be able to see you.
What? No way! Oh my god!
No, Toast, no!
It's like that time I said, no, I don't do that.
You
No.
know? Okay.
So it
Just
seemed
force
Oswald.
It's like that time I said,
How would
no, that
Oswald have
one guy.
prepared something for us already?
Yes. Wonder if this is part of his
This
trap.
has been going on for months. At least according to Aegis. I mean, he caught on when he went to go visit his sister, and it wasn't his sister. And he was searching for ways to try to get to her, to save her. And
Ooh, should we go see where the sister lives?
We did.
We already did. She's very dead. Had a dead cat.
Oh, she was the old lady. Oh.
Yeah, the family tree thing you found.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
we've
That's
been
okay.
watching her die in that
Sorry.
mirror for a while. We've been trying to get to her to save her, but she's been stuck.
Yes. On that note, we did encounter her reflection and dealt with it. And she is no longer trapped and no longer with us.
Sad thing.
Indeed.
But thanks for that. It's how we knew, well, how I guessed a way to get in the first time.
All right. Well, sounds like you gentlemen got it in hand. This is plenty of nightmare fuel, and I'm probably not going to sleep the next couple of days.
Oh, yeah, so now I'm going to smash that mirror again, by the way. You don't want this here.
Oh, yeah, the mirror's destroyed. What about that one you carry? Is that one still whole, or?
Covered.
Covered. Yes.
Okay.
Keep it covered.
Noted. So, what are you guys doing? They're here. They're obviously they're gorging themselves on wine and food. They're eating whatever they had in like a store cupboard, right? Mostly dried, right? Some peaches in jars, that kind of stuff.
They're gonna be hung the fuck over tomorrow. No complaint.
It is about 8 o'clock.
What happened? So why did they end up forgetting about the brother, or the mom and the kid? What happened in between the two?
Well, the police
Right.
said he was on his own, didn't they?
Right, they forgot they existed,
Yeah.
but those versions were still there when we were.
Is it because the mirror versions killed the real ones?
But the lady's was long dead and was still
And they
there.
still knew of her. Did the
Well, we'll leave you gentlemen in peace.
Well,
Can't imagine.
That is a thing to note. We noticed the same thing. After she died, people just forgot about her. Aegis was trying to figure that one out too. Couldn't grasp it. He does know if you die in that mirror realm, people forget about you.
Okay, there
But
we
those
go.
who have glimpsed it maintain a memory.
And that's why we didn't find bodies of the boy and the mom.
Well, that makes sense. Maybe? I don't know. None of this makes sense, actually. Never mind.
maybe Zoe escaped from the basement and managed to overpower the doppelgangers of his wife and son? We don't know. We weren't there.
So far, they don't, at least in this world, don't seem to care about anyone else.
Well, he was locked in the basement. He couldn't get out.
Yeah, he
The
locked
police
himself down
found
there.
him. So unless the police killed those
Yeah.
things, but I don't. I didn't question them enough. Well, that's a lot to think about.
Yes.
Let's possibly see about maybe some shopping before dinner if we have time.
If anything's still open, it's 8 o'clock. I know it looks like
Crack
the middle
a
of the
noon.
day, but oh, you okay, Seth? I'm sorry. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I just moved my chair back and
The gym is closed.
I was worried I ran over her tail, but now she's okay.
Okay. You guys doing more shopping?
Yeah, I guess Captain wants to.
I want to go to the Alchemist still. We put it off earlier.
Oh. No, you know what? Let's not. Let's put it off again.
Toast, go captain the bottom half of the ship.
I know.
Inspect the basement of the ship.
Oh, wait. Oh, the cargo hold. Yes. I'll leave my card
Okay.
with the two gentlemen if they want
Let's
a job.
go ahead and be looking for.
Also, I need to go
potions.
find a different mirror that's more
Portable,
Robust.
slightly more portable.
snake sized, so you can get through it.
You could probably. Okay.
Can you squeeze through small spaces? Oh, so
Oh, I'm wearing full plate. That doesn't
You
squish.
could. You could.
It could.
You could.
It
You
wouldn't
could
like
buy a mirror in the general shop. They'd sell you one for how big of a one you're looking for?
6 feet by 6 feet.
I guess I'm not gonna get because we need one still that's big enough potentially for us to go through it, no problem.
Well, if it's
But that's awesome.
if we've seen our reflections and windows,
How big is like this compared to the one I'm carrying
Oh.
already?
maybe we can
Also,
just use. We could tap the crystal to a window, and that might open
That's a fair point.
a portal. So maybe we can
Okay.
just get a handheld mirror just to see.
Yeah, get a
what we can
handheld one
tell,
for
and
scouting, and then
Okay.
yeah, that'll be
And
fine.
then from there, find
like
a
that.
reflective
I like that
surface.
thinking.
I wonder
Okay.
even if a surface of a pool of water would. Oh, this is way too much to me. Ugh. I don't know.
Pool of water, is a dark mirror onto the
You haven't tried a pool of water or anything, so you're not sure on that one yet. You have seen them in the reflective surface of a glass window.
Yes, we did.
And
in Strom's sword.
you can buy a
Squeeze.
mirror if you want to. They have handheld mirrors; those are only 5 copper. And you could buy a large body mirror, which would be a single body mirror that's torso high for about 20 copper. You can buy a full length mirror for about 50 copper, and then you can buy a double, and that's going to be about 100 copper. That's a fancy mirror where it's like double the width, double the length. So it's a huge mirror.
handheld's probably fine.
Yeah, we'll go with the
The size of
handheld
the
for
door.
now. Keep
Yeah.
in mind that in case
Okay.
potentially come back for the other one.
It's 5 copper.
Here's
Everybody else wants to buy one? Subtract 5 copper. He's got 4. So
I'll buy one.
okay.
I can use my sword.
Okay. You stop by the potion
I
maker's shop then.
It's not shiny.
Yes.
That's a cool.
There was a sword made of fire.
It's called the Commoner's Trouble.
There's no reflections.
The owner is a Thomas Colomdelini. That's a name.
Colomdelini.
It's in the Temple District, so it's actually near the middle area. It's in the Merchant District, but it's on the far side of the Merchant District, closer to the Temple Ward, which is near where the gardens are.
Ooh.
The street outside is shady. It has colorful trees because it's near the Garden District. It's a brick row house with several shuttered windows
It's like the house I
and a
live in.
huge brick chimney. It contains some planter boxes on the walls and shelves full of disorganized books. The proprietor has skin, has an orange glow, very bronze, like he just, one of those people that just gets too much sun and they
Yes.
overtan. Very much that, like the orange look, not even tan. He's turned orange at this point. He's wearing tight pastel one-piece outfit, complete with pants, hood, and a cape. He keeps his black hair in a pixie cut and wears crescent spectacles with black rims. He's about 6'2", he's a taller guy.
It's cute if he wasn't orange.
So he's just, oh yeah.
Well, that's where you draw the line.
he is speaking Carthalian. He does have the markings of a wizard, or some kind of alchemist, which is a similar thing. He's like, how can I help you, gentlemen? He is speaking Carthalian now.
Do you have any tongues left, by the way?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I can understand them.
Can you?
Yeah,
He speaks Catholic.
yeah.
Oh, I thought for some reason we thought you did it before. There was an issue when we came in.
Oh, right. Well, that. I don't have it listed, but yeah. I guess I don't know how the hell I gotten so far in school if I didn't pick up
As
the
I said,
pen.
you
It's
didn't- you're
like-
just really good.
You went to a private side school. They mostly spoke Vistari.
All right, then I'll
You're a transfer.
I'll burn of tongues then, so I can actually talk.
He went to
Burn a tongue.
a small private school. Not the
L
big
is a
liberal
weird city
arts.
where most people only speak their language, but it's a big city, but it's a big isolated city, right?
Yeah.
People come to L. L people do not have to go out into the world.
Right.
Like bossing say.
There is no trouble in L.
No, we're
Not at
talking
all.
anyway.
So yeah, you cast tongues.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help you?
Relay whatever. You're the one who wanted to come here. What did you want to find?
This old chap. What is it that you need?
I'm gonna throw it in, I guess, since he's otherwise doing it. We're looking for potions of speed.
Speed. Mm-hmm.
Drug addict.
I have 2 of those.
Speed 2, cruise control.
We'll take those, and also,
God, no.
what are the more? Do you have any powerful potions, or what's your specials? Just wanna
My
finish
specials,
up.
I sell potions of resistance. I filters of love, though if you do get one, you do have to have it marked and noted with the city that you have it. And potion of superior healing.
Scarlet got an idea.
Back on the ship, Scarlet internally screaming.
What are some of the high-end potions you have?
High-end potions I've got. I got a couple high-end potions. Let me look at the potions. I have oil of etherealness. It's an oil that you can apply onto a weapon, and you can attack ethereal creatures with it. I have oil of sharpness as well. I have one of those. It's very
Is it
expensive.
not? You have to like. Yeah, it's because of the backpacks and stuff. It messes it up.
I have some potions of flying. I have 4 of those actually.
Can you actually
Fairly common here.
Oh, yeah.
People need that.
It messes up. I don't know why.
And you're talking about really high-end potions.
Just have to keep that.
Yes.
I have 1 potion of maximum power. And I have those potions of speed. I do have one that I'm working on. I only have 1. I'm going to sell it for more if you buy it before I can replicate it, though. It's a potion of possibility.
What is that?
Oh, when you drink this clear potion, you gain 2 fragments of possibility. It's based off chronomancy, which is not my specialization. Basically, it lasts for about 8 hours and allows you to be able to redo a failure. Allows you to be able to see pieces of the future when you need to. Essentially, you're able to rewind time very, very briefly, just a couple seconds to retry something. Very basic. You basically get 2 rerolls. And,
So, kind of like my old portents-ish.
yeah, kind of. But it's
So
a
like
reroll.
advantage for a moment.
When you make an attack roll, ability check, and you fragment roll additional.
How long does it last?
Yeah, it basically gives you advantage. You get choose.
Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
It's like a luck.
Like
point.
luck. Okay, yeah, I got that. So it's well.
It instead of like a known factor, it's a quick chance.
How much is that?
like. Okay.
That one is going to cost you 850 copper pieces.
Can I like click on like backpack and then add it that way?
The potions of speed cost they cost 650 a piece.
And how much are the flyings?
The flyings are only 500 a piece.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy all
Nice.
of those.
All the flyings.
All the flyings, all the speed,
It's
and
weird.
the
It's
possibility.
4 is flying, 2 speed,
49
And
50 apparently.
1 potion of possibility.
Maybe it's a main scissor, Captain.
Yeah, that's expensive. That's a lot of potions. Anything else I can get you? Potions of resistance.
I'm good. Anybody else wants anything?
Potion of tongues.
I do have a potion of tongues.
How many?
Let me look how high level it is.
Third
Potion
level for a spell.
Don't you do the math for me?
Third level spell. That's where I end. I don't know how the math works. I'm not a
Watching you.
mathematician.
Oh.
There's one potion.
I'm an
Use it
adder, not an
wisely.
abacus.
Oh, that was good. That works on two. That's nice. That works on 2 levels. Because you're a snake. An adder.
Damn
He's
it.
an adder, not
Should've-
an adder.
Yeah, so it should have been that. Damn it.
There you go.
Well, we don't have. It's not
Abacus.
quite tongues. It's called a potion of comprehension. It
Oh.
allows you to be able to comprehend the language, but not speak it.
Tell him no thank you.
No, thank you. I don't know when I decided to translate for you, but
I thought you were the one that has tongues.
yes, I was translating what the captain spoke. But okay, I'll
I've
translate
drunk
later.
the potion myself, so I know what he's saying, but obviously I
thank
can't speak his
you.
language.
Oh,
So you have to
Uh,
translate for me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Shopkeep.
yes. He says he never wants to do business with your kind ever again.
Racist against angels, I say.
You're an angel.
You're not that good.
Yes, I'm part angel.
Well, I thought you went fairy because you were.
Oh, I'm part Fae. Yeah, Fae Asimov.
Azamar just means otherworldly,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Can you tell?
You could say angel if
No.
you want. I didn't mean if I was.
No.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I was like the daylight. But I'm a fairy.
Yeah, I mean, there's fate. You know, like
I don't look. I mean, I look elf-ish, but
Yeah.
ish is really.
Very ish.
yeah.
yeah,
Your
like-
character looks very good looking, right?
Yeah.
Your great grandmother could have been a nymph.
But like
Funny, he
my
doesn't look
ears are a
elfish.
little. Like my ears are a little too sharp. My features are a little too symmetrical. Almost uncanny valley-ish.
A little too tall.
Yeah, just like right on the edge.
You're tall as shit though, right? Like your character's what, 6'9", 6'10"?
Really? Yeah, I'm pretty tall.
You're like freakishly tall.
Yeah, that's why I made you so fucking big on that pattern.
75.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah, that's why you're that tall. You are freakishly tall.
Yep.
No wonder you said you're not good.
And that's why like my eyes are solid gold.
Oh.
But
Steel
or solid
profit.
they're solid gray, I should say, not gold.
No.
My skin is
Then I won't pluck
gold,
them out.
sorry.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong thing. But yes.
So, is
still
there
on the
anything
medium.
else I can get for any of you?
I think that'll conclude our business for tonight.
Thank you, shopkeep.
All right. Well, back to making potions. A heck of a commission to work on.
Yeah, like what?
Right as turn around.
Oh, right. That's fucking.
Oh, my commission.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm making some alchemical mercury.
Ooh, good
It's
luck.
interesting.
Reflective.
Yes, actually it is. The commission basically, they wanted these, he holds up what appears to be like a grenade-looking vial. These, it's supposed to be some kind of party. You throw it at a surface and it causes the entire area to just be covered in shine.
Uh-oh.
I'm about, this is the 4th crate I'm working on. They have the rest.
Great, you say.
Oh yeah, I can just pump these out, paying a ridiculous amount for them.
How many are you crafting?
So far I've created about 150, almost 200. This crate will have about 50 in it. I don't know why House Gearmonger wants it, but the Azunians are paying in some coinage.
Interesting.
Let me know if you want some. It's really interesting. It'd be a nice way to make an entire room reflective, right? If you want to have some weird kind of, you walk in and everything's shiny and reflective, like some people paint entire rooms black, like you wizards do. I myself am an alchemist. I deal with magic, but mine is more of the chemical nature, right?
Out of character. You lock Gearmonger in a room, toss one of those in there, his own reflection kills him.
Well, let's back up and think about this. If they're making grenades to make things reflective, they're trying to have the other side invade this side.
Yeah.
Hi.
So.
How much for one of the vials of mercury?
You'd have to buy it for more than they want it for, right? Each one of these vials they're paying me 500 copper per one.
That is.
It's an amazing deal. I have to say though, if you were to pay 550, one of them could fall out of the crate. That's fine. I'd of course replace it with one. I wouldn't want to short him. I mean, he's doing good business. I'm sorry. I can sell it for you for cheap or him for 500. I mean, come on.
Yes. And did he already paid you up front in full for everything?
Oh, per crate. I'm delivering this one in 2 days. To the blimp.
Would you
He's gonna bomb the city.
maybe need someone to deliver it for you?
Oh, are you bonded with the city?
No, I mean we do work as needed.
We are ambassadors after all.
Yes.
Well, I really wouldn't need more of this, but if you were willing to go into the labyrinth and bring me back some material so I can make more, that would be great. I'm starting to run low on materials. I sent some people down there a while ago and they didn't come back. The common thing with adventurers, they keep coming and keep going into the labyrinth and, make their fortune. They normally come here with their warforged to pick it up. But I could deliver it early. They might like that for a fee. Pay you 150 copper to bring it there, delivery service. If you have a cart, horse, flying carpet.
We have our own warforged. It's indisposed at the moment, but very handy at moving bulk supplies.
Oh, fascinating piece of magic, those.
Indeed. We should discuss this when we're not so tired, but we might take you up on that offer on procuring more materials. I know it's getting late. It's hard to tell with the sunlight, but it must be almost closing time, I imagine.
Oh, yes, he points towards a clock. Yes, it is 8:30.
Clock? What is that? Evil.
It tells the time.
You get old enough, you don't even have to be able to tell. You've got to tell from the clouds.
Indeed, yes.
The time.
Does it ever rain here?
Oh, all the time. By the coast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, multicolored rain.
Ooh,
Well,
look
we
at
may look you up tomorrow in the morning.
Fantastic. Let me know if you want to buy more potions.
Will do. Thank you so much for your very appreciated help this evening.
No, of course. Anything I can do to help out some good travelers in the merchant district. Make sure to spread it around. I take custom commissions all the time.
Just okay.
Excellent. So, yeah, the gearmongers are getting a bunch of those mercury grenades.
Yeah.
Basically to cover the city in it so the mirror dimension can invade hell. He did offer us a job to go get him more materials, which are down in the labyrinth.
Oh.
So, presumably, if we can kill the Hydra, that would render that whole point moot. Hopefully.
Capitan won't be here.
Yeah.
This is why you're not going for the Hydra. You're going to go for other stuff first.
We'll have our dinner. We can probably still be good to follow up at the school about Aegis, just to find out what exactly he knows, so we will know what his.
I don't want to waste that connection.
Oh, if we get a chance, kill him.
that too. Yes.
If you guys do want, since he's not going to be there, but if you want to wait for him on that one, I would suggest you guys can check out the labyrinth. It would probably be a safe bet.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I still want to do stuff, but I don't want to do Big Boss without Captain.
Or there are other things in the city that they offered, like that evil lich who's in the upside down tower in the underside.
You guys go for that. I'm Captain away on the ship.
Yeah, but is he going to destroy the city in 2 days? You have the timetable.
He's your CR, maybe one above it, right? You guys are fine.
But if he's not a threat, I don't care.
I have other plots going on, but definitely, yeah, if you want to check out the labyrinth, that could probably be it.
I like that. We could poke around down there.
Do it.
Use your
Yeah.
connection,
Do the
learn about
dinner.
him, then go to the labyrinth.
Yeah. Or investigate more around the city. There's other stuff, depending on what happens at the tavern, you might want to investigate other stuff.
Yes. You got a lot of information, and there's still a lot we don't know. We should
But I
try
like
to find
that.
out.
Bad
I
things
like
going
that we
on at
got-
every angle at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
there's-
even know where to start.
There's some craziness going on in town. Hope you guys had fun. If you didn't have
Oh, yeah.
fun, well, fuck y'all.
This plan is clear and terrifying.
Okay, all right. Anyway, I'll see you guys in episode 106. Right? We'll be captainless. Hopefully, without a rudder, you guys will be able to.
I mean, you remember what happened last time? We didn't have a captain. We had decided to take a monkey back home.
Yeah. That
Snoop,
makes
I need
sense.
you to have a firmer control of the wheel when I'm gone.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording and stop.
Oh.